Player Talk Radio with DJ Kuda, the hottest DJ in the manosphere. Let's get it.
What's going on? Shout outs to everybody in the building. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. Shout outs to everybody here. We are in the building. Shout outs to everybody here. Please hit the like button on the way in. What's going on, Mahogany in the building? What's going on? Shout outs to the Cynical One in the building. Shout outs to Bronze, Flat Power God in the building. Shout outs to everybody here. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, Mahogany. How you doing? I hope all is well. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building. Got some topics to cover on today's show. Shout outs to you if you are here. It's Player Talk Radio. Oh, man. Been coming off a couple of good shows lately. Definitely please hit the like button. Please hit the Cash App and the PayPal. Your support is greatly needed. Got some topics to cover on today's show. We're going to get into just about everything. Some more Anton Daniels BS, just to run it by you guys. We'll talk a little bit about politics. We're going to get into what's going on with the Ayatollah, because I told you. Fuck around and find out is in effect. I don't know, why these people are messing around with the orange man, So there's a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about on today's show. Please hit the like button. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. It's Player Talk Radio. Let me do this real quick. Hold on, y'all. Please hit the like button on the way in. Please support the show. As always, y'all know what to do. Support the dojo. All right. So we here is Player Talk Radio. Give me 1 second. Shout outs to everybody here. Let me drop the link in the chat. Give me 1 second. Building a plane while we fly it. I didn't even get a chance to really set up everything, but okay. All right. Shout outs to everybody here. All right. You guys should be able to hear me. All right. Let's see what we got first. Let's get into a little bit of politics, and we'll transition over into the fuckery. Okay. What's going on, UFO? Everybody's talking crazy about Operation Fury, so they call it, But let's get into it. It's Player Talk Radio. Give me 1 second. I'm still setting up the show, giving you guys some dope-ass content. As always, it's Player Talk Radio. Hit the like button. Support the show. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's 24 hours that have changed the world. The United States, working with Israel, have taken out the leadership of Iran. Iran, the biggest state sponsor of terrorism around the world, the biggest military threat to Israel and its existence, and, of course, the many proxies that exist to the north and south of it. This has been huge. You, of course, have been seeing it play out since last night when people started to realise just how significant all of this was. This was much bigger earlier in the past few months when there was just the surgical strike in the middle of the night on 1, 2, and 3 military facilities. Those, of course, being the nuclear.
So if you guys don't know, the Ayatollah, we broke it on the last show. Has been, he's gone. He up out of here. He didn't take heed 2 months ago, and then in less than 2 hours, he's done. Less than 2 hours, they got his ass up out of here. They unsubscribed him from, So his clock has been punched, and he's gone. So it was quick. It was quick, I think recently now couple America did about, they said 900. I don't know if that number is real or true, but how big Iran is, I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it, and you ran his mouth, and now they're getting hit, they're getting hit. So, you know, um, hold on, y'all. Okay. All right, we should be back. But yeah, like I said, he ran his mouth, and his ass is about. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. They said somebody else is taking over, but a lot of people say that we're going to war, and it's like, bro, we're not going to war. We're we cleaning shit up overnight. Crazy how fast we get stuff done. What's going on, Link? You said, what about Anton Kuda? I got you. We gonna get into it. We definitely gonna get into it. Everybody's thinking about Anton. But yeah, the Ayatollah, he's gone. He's gone. So we gonna see. I think us being over in Iran is gonna be longer than the actual quote unquote that people claim that we're getting into, because will perish. Christ, what is going on with the signal? Yeah, I got you, Link. I'm with you, because I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do an Anton segment on today's show, so I got you. I know you playing, but no. What I was saying is that they're gonna. It's just so much stuff that's in right now. I think it's gonna take a long time. We might be over there for a while, doing missions and getting stuff together from the last regime. So I guess the left is gonna call it a war, but we'll get into it. I think Asmongold said something about it. We'll check out what he's saying. There's a lot of people talking about it. Shout outs to Truthfully on the last show. He was, I got a tab open. I didn't get to report on how Nick Cortez was talking about it, and then Nick didn't say nothing really about it anymore. And then 2 days later, he said, this stuff happened. So, that's pretty interesting in and of itself. But we're living in interesting times. We're alive in interesting times. And it's crazy. With what's going on in the world today. Trump is doing so much in his damn term. Nobody can keep up. At times I don't think he can keep up. But we got to see. Where this goes. But anyway, let's get it. Let's play our talk. Let's get back into it.
Program Well, this was about literally a place where the leader of Iran and those who were advising him were meeting and in real time. The leadership of Iran has been decapitated, meaning there is a power vacuum in that country. But as we speak, as 9 o'clock in Canberra, in Tel Aviv right now, it is in and around lunchtime. It's a live shot from what is happening in Israel right now, where it's just gone midday. The caution there is quite frequent because while the Iron Dome means that the vast majority of what gets shot towards that country gets blown up in the sky, there are things that do connect, hence why you see what you are starting to see there. In Iran right now, it is 1:30 in the afternoon on Sunday. And it has just gone 5 a.m. in Washington, D.C. and also in Florida, in Mar-a-Lago, where the President of the United States is. Now, there is a bit to report tonight, but I'm pretty sure that if you are watching us now, you've been paying attention for the past couple of days. So I'm not going to go over too much of the detail that you already know. I'm going to focus on what has happened in the past couple of hours, what is likely, possible, plausible in not just the next couple of hours, but again, the next couple of days. Now, to give you an idea here, this is just how many regions right across Iran have been hit in the past 24 hours. Focus on the capital in Tehran, but as you can see, multiple other locations, all military locations in the western half of the country. Why? Because that is the proximity in which there is the ability to launch something and send it a couple of hours west towards Israel. Now, are there more places to hit that would take out the infrastructure of the country that is Iran? Yes, which is why the President of the United States has said previously that this is not one and done, that the expectation is that this is multiples. Now, whether you go hard, you take out the Ayatollah in the past 24 hours, sending a message to everyone from his deputies and down, which is, all right, one last chance to negotiate, or we're going to take you too. Inside Tehran, the hit on the leadership was taking place as they were meeting. Again, think about the levels of intelligence, technology that is required.
So this is the thing too. They are going to, I guess it's March the 1st, so they're going to be I guess mourning him. There's some type of mourning. They said it's like 40 days. What is going on? Hold on, y'all. It waits till I go live till some shit start happening. Give me 1 second, guys. You said when Trump gives you 15 days to cooperate, it really means 3 days. You think people will get it by now, right? You know? First of all, he's giving you time to cooperate. What type of wiggle room do you think you have? But I guess people are arrogant enough to be like, hey man, I'm not Maduro. You're not about to walk in here and just start taking shit. And then they fuck around and find out that I'm worse than Maduro. And you about to walk in here and start taking shit. I mean, he saw how quick we got rid of those last quote unquote military bases. Down those other missiles that they were sending to. I don't know, man. Niggas is weird, man. Niggas is weird. The Ayatollah been alive long enough, seen enough shit explode and all kinds of shit to know that he could get got. By all countries, especially America. I know he thought he could play that shit with Israel, but hey, okay. He going this bomb Israel, This bomb is real. This bomb is real. I don't know why he was playing, man. Trump let him live, Anyway, y'all, half an hour into the show, please hit the like button. Please support the show. Got a great show for you guys today. Again, I don't want to cut the show short. Please support the show. All right? It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get into it. Let's go.
To know behind closed doors who is meeting. Now, in much of the coverage, it's been fascinating to see the little leaks of information about how they were able to work things out. Now, one of the signs may well have been an increase in cell phone use in and around the building in which the Ayatollah was. There may have also been some indications about an increase in the amount of internet activity that was happening in that one place. Because as you can see across Tehran, many other places were hit. Again, these weren't just about taking out what were the capacity of the now damaged regime to be able to fire back at Israel, but also to be able to try to not just remove the absolute top of the tree or the head of the snake, but also to start to chop a little further down. Now, of course, the biggest story of the past 24 hours is that the man who has terrorised his own people and threatened the world for decades is now dead.
Yeah, Sandra, we just got this in literally 2 minutes ago, but Fox News can confirm that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead following Israeli strikes against his compound and location earlier today.
Geez, you could watch that over and over and over and over and over again, right? Really bad guy gone. This is fantastic news for the world. Most importantly, for the people of the country that he has terrorised for decades, and then, of course, to the allies of the West that exist in Israel, but also to Arab countries that don't want to play the same game as Iran over the past 10 years in particular. As you've seen, places like Qatar host things like a World Cup. Yes, they've also been.
He said they thought that all the weaponry was moved there for nothing. Like, who the fuck plays like that? Apparently him. And he got surprised, you know. Y'all were well, not you guys, but some of y'all was here on the last show trying to tell me, man, Kuda, they got advanced weaponry. It's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, the hell they don't. I literally was telling y'all, I even argued with some of y'all. I'm like, no, they don't. You know, I told you guys they definitely don't. They got them old ass rockets. They still got the US sticker on. They, you know. I'm sitting up here, you know, talking about this shit, and I'm to China. Like I'm, you know, I try to tell people, you know, this is why you guys have to really support those like this and really, you know, get behind content creators like myself. That's just, you know, just not even running a bias, just giving y'all some game. Because y'all will believe a whole bunch of goofy shit. I mean, like I said, America does a great job lying to the people. I mean, it's a great job. I'm not even mad at it. But it's like, you know, you know, I don't got nothing. I don't have an angle to run with you guys. I don't have an angle to run. You know, I'm gonna just give you the game. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's in, you know, the U.S.'s best interest to run that angle on the people. Oh, you know, Iran could really do something to us, or it's like, bruh, use your common sense. You know, use your common sense. You know, what's going on, MGTOW? We taking shit over in less than 2 hours. Like 2 hours. Like, imagine telling a country you got 2 hours for some real shit happens. We done plucked Maduro and his bitch out of wherever the hell they was at in 2 hours. We gave this dude 2 months and he was gone in 2 hours. You know? MGTOW chat says, never forget, Iran banned women from owning dogs, citing it as vulgar Western culture. They were red-pilled on the dog pill. Yeah, you know, we were talking about it last year. Some of these women with these dogs, I'm looking at them sideways because I done seen some videos pop up on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, that's what they doing with dogs. Okay. I said, shit. I was mad as hell seeing that shit. I was like, damn, you know what? It's my fault. It's my fault for having the internet. It's my fault. I didn't know bestiality goes that far. I said, shit. And then you see some of these, these liberals. They don't want to get rid of some of these crooked people that are in their neighborhood. Maybe because it might draw attention to some of the stuff that they're doing. You never know. And I'm like, well, shit, where is PETA when that shit is going on? Where the hell is PETA when that shit is going on? Hey. So that shit is crazy. You dig? I saw some wild shit on Facebook. I said, damn, it's my fault for having the internet, bro. You know what? You know what? All right. Where you guys checking in from? Who else in here? It's Player Talk Radio. Happy New Year's to everybody. We in March now, so hopefully it's a lucky month for everybody. Please hit the like button. Please support the show. Drop something on the tuition. Wipe your feet off at the door. It's Player Talk Radio. You can support the show at $PTV888. That's $PTV888. That's $PTV888. Or you can hit the links in the chat. Also, you can head over to the coffee store and check out the book. Or you can support the show via, just support the show. Get your boy a coffee. Shout outs to everybody here. Shout outs to the Foot Clan. Make sure you get yourself a belt. I got you guys. It's Player Talk Radio. D Chicago says, imagine how much money we're wasting when they're firing rockets that cost $500K while our interceptor missiles cost millions. Laugh out loud. Y'all don't understand what's going on. No, D Chicago, you don't understand what's going on. America has a supply of weapons and ordinance that we every other 10 years that we have to drop on other countries so we can replenish the weapons that we already, we got new weapons coming in. All right. So instead of selling certain rockets and stuff and unused ordnance, we drop them shits on countries and we don't tell y'all about it. Y'all think y'all know America's budget and y'all don't. I had to learn it the crazy way. I had to learn it the way. I'm in a country where America has done that on. Y'all, the news that y'all receive in America is not the real worldly news. The American people has to be lied to. It's just a part of the game. It's not personal. So again, where your taxes and all of that shit goes to, number one is weaponry and rockets and stuff like that. We don't got to pay shit back if we got the bigger gun. That's what most Americans don't understand. Oh my God, we're in debt. Nigga, we got bigger guns than whoever we're indebted to. Who says we gonna pay that back? And plus, we're not gonna have warehouses of rockets and shit sitting around not being sold or being shot. War is business. So there's two sides, okay? We're not wasting money if we shoot missiles. There's a back end to it. Come on now, y'all gotta think. War is business. Shout outs to my brother Jervis in the building. What's going on, man? Let's go. What's going on, D? Shout outs to D in the building. Shout outs to MGTOW. Shout outs to D. Shout outs to Jervis in the building. Good to see you guys. We're not running low. We are not running low on no damn ammunitions. He said, I remember when the Yorkies became popular. Hell yeah. No, you know what? You know what? It wasn't white women. It was sisters. I seen like 2 videos of the same sister with this damn dog. And you know, the white women, they be using horses and shit. But anyway. You said we're low on munitions because our military is transitioning into the next generation weaponry. Munitions will be obsolete. Bro, we got laser guns now. Go look at it's on YouTube. You know, instead of looking up, you know, I'm giving y'all some game. Instead of looking up stupid shit on YouTube, cat videos all day and shit like that, go look up some of the urban weapons that America is playing around with. That's not for public consumption. Yeah, 20 million in 40 seconds video is trending on YouTube now. Yeah, but 20 million ain't shit. We throwing trillions of dollars around, man. Inflation. That's why now you see more billionaires in hip hop. Inflation is a motherfucker, man. You did? Now that's a lot of money to us. But to the USA, hell no, that's laughable. And then y'all gotta understand too, shit, once you buy a rocket, it's the same thing, it depreciates. Weapons depreciate. You know, but let's go.
A safe haven for Hamas terrorists, but they have not been throwing the types of missiles that have been coming from places like Iran, again, Jordan, the UAE, lots of other places that are trying to present a very different front than the closed door that is there when it comes to Iran. Now, in terms of the global leadership, the countries that were not directly involved in the strikes, but certainly have come out to support them in the past 24 hours, has been the 3 nations that had previously sided against the United States and against Israel on diplomacy matters, including about the recognition of Palestine. But they understand that there are many complicating factors here, and wiping the Iranian leadership off the board is good for everyone.
Chicago is not about being in debt. Nobody listen, listen, god damn. Y'all don't hear a damn thing we be saying on these shows. Do you know there's a such thing as good debt? Not all debt is bad. When conducting business, there's a such thing as good debt and there's a such thing as bad debt. A lot of times you're better off in certain cases being in somewhat of debt instead of everything paid off. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, you know. What's going on, party? Everybody's in debt. That's what America's built on. America's built on debt. There's a such thing as good debt, and there's a such thing as bad debt. Not all debt is bad. All right, let's go.
United Kingdom played no role in these strikes. But
party. Shit. This shit is crazy.
We have long been clear. The regime in Iran is utterly abhorrent.
Ayatollah Khamenei was responsible for the regime's ballistic missile and nuclear program, support for armed proxies, and its brutal acts of violence and intimidation against its own people. He was responsible for orchestrating attacks on Australian soil. His passing will not be mourned.
Canada stands.
Oh no, they're gonna mourn his passing. They're gonna mourn his passing. They said for about 40 days. People are gonna mourn his passing. You're not gonna be the president or you're not going to be a high-ranking member in politics for more than 37 years. He almost made 37 years. For more than 37 years though. And you not being mourned. That's just not feasible. But let's go.
With the Iranian people in their long and courageous struggle against this oppressive regime. And we reaffirm Israel's right to defend itself. Canada supports the United States acting to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon and to prevent its regime from further threatening international peace and security.
Now, the farce that is the United Nations, George W. Bush back in 2003 essentially rendered them powerless in their ability to restrain the United States from doing what the United States wants to do. Well, there was plenty of flapping of gums and waving of fingers, and the veto power of Russia and China, which previously has been able to help out regimes like Iran, well, has been pushed aside, which means you just got speeches, not much else, at the United Nations Security Council that met today.
The number of innocent civilians continues to rise. This is not only an act of aggression.
And what's funny, on YouTube, niggas are talking about Iran as if they've been there or they're currently headed there, which is hilarious, you know? Niggas are horrible with demographics, man. Not demographics, geography, but let's go.
It is a war crime and a crime against humanity. The justification advanced by the representative of the United States today are illegal and entirely devoid of legal foundation. The baseless allegation invoked to defend this unlawful use of force have no standing under international law.
Yeah, like in less than 2 hours, party, he was gone. Sat that little baby down. He was gone in less than 2 hours. And he was warned. You know, I mean, it's not like he wasn't warned. But hey.
Yeah. How dare anyone representing this barbarous regime talk about civilians? Remember when millions of people were taking to the streets of Iran? Thousands of them were murdered in 2 days because they took to the streets. They took to the streets to try to overthrow the people who have kept them in relative poverty and certainly cut off from the rest of the world for decades. A place that treats anything that is not approved by the regime as a threat to the regime. That includes...
Party said, bro, I'm just silent looking at my Facebook timeline. Them talking about this even is like them stuck in the 80s. Yeah, I mean, the left is running a fuckload of propaganda. And you know what's really messing up people? What's really messing up people is that how quick we're getting shit done as the United States. It's like you go to sleep 1 minute and then you wake up the next minute and the world is in a completely different state. Oh man, he got taken out. Oh, this happened overnight while you was asleep and blah, blah, blah. So people just waking up and really trying to put their, spend the rest of the day trying to put their lives together. Oh, he's getting us into war. He's blah, blah, blah. It's like, technically when you capture somebody or you take out the person that's the problem, the war is over at that point. You know, I mean, you could say, hey, if Ukraine takes out Putin right now, the war is somewhat over, but not necessarily over. But for the most part, the majority of the war is over, unless they want to continue to do that. So the only thing that America is doing right now in Iran is just making sure the new regime is in. And and just restoring, restoring, the business or whatever. Like, hey, whatever business we got going over there, we gonna make sure we get our tariffs, and then bounce. We don't need Iran right now. We got all the oil we can choke on. Shit, we can lend Iran some damn oil at this point. Shit. Y'all want some oil? Shit. So we just got to get his regime that's still acting a fool up out of there, you know, which is going to take a little bit of time, you know. You said they're still talking while the Epstein file, they're still talking where the Epstein's file talk and talking like somebody about to get deployed. Yeah. Yeah. And most of the people hanging out with Epstein's were Democrats. Yeah, it's safe to say our part is over. Yeah. You said, bro, all the concessions black people made for Obama being shattered weekly. That's true. That's true. And I think, you know what I think? I think Obama getting rid of Osama, which is funny. I think Obama getting rid of Osama, covered up for a lot of people that would have, turned on him or realized like he didn't really do nothing. So he kind of needed that Osama win. And honestly, where did we pick up Osama? We got Osama in Iran, if I'm not mistaken. I think was it Iran? It wasn't Pakistan. Osama was in Iran. That nigga ran to Iran. You said same niggas clueless about national defense be the same niggas talking about race war. Fuck out of here, which is some real shit. That is funny. D Chicago, Iran never stopped firing missiles. That's why we're in the position that we are right now, man. Bro, what the hell does why would Trump be laughing at how stupid his supporters are? He's already the president. It don't matter if you're a Trump supporter or a Kamala supporter. The man's already the president. And truth be told, a lot of Trump supporters have switched. You go over to Myron's channel and a lot of the other people's channel. They're saying that this is a disaster. But guess what? Whether you're a Trump supporter or a Kamala supporter or whatever supporter, you can't do shit. He's already the president. We already over there. Bombs already been dropped. And niggas already died. And the main people that's in the war over there, we're just assisting. The main people that's in the war over there for the most part is Israel. We're fighting with Israel in Iran. You said, I believe Osama was got in Pakistan, not far from a military base. Yeah, they've been surveilling it for a while. All right, let's go.
Women, it includes homosexuals, it includes people who, believe in any other God or any other version of Islam than the version of which they choose to practice. To pretend that innocent civilians is a card that they get to play, thinking that they somehow are going to invoke the so-called popular support that has existed for places like Palestine and Gaza is a disgrace. That is just a disgrace for them to be even thinking to go there. Now, I don't say that in reference to a slide on Israel. It's just the reality of what we have seen taking to the streets around the world in the past couple of years. The reaction
he was in Pakistan.
Very different. Very, very different. Part of Iran's response has been, and even after the death of the person who theoretically would be able to order these strikes, is that, as you know, they have been hitting lots of fellow Arab nations. Now, they have been hitting fellow Arab nations that have either got American infrastructure in them or military bases, or have either been sitting on the sidelines of the most recent violence that has happened over the past couple of years. Now, as you can see, Iran has hit Bahrain, Qatar, the UAE, it's hit airports, it's hit hotels, and yes, it is trying to hit the military facilities because in the map that I hopefully...
All right, man. D Chicago's lady got his phone again. D Chicago lady got his phone again. This gotta stop, man. D Chicago, your lady got your phone again, man. You literally just saw what Party just wrote. And he's laughing because he's like, all the concessions that black people made for Obama. And they're still talking about the Epstein files. I literally just said and read what Party wrote, and you literally just came right behind him and did the same exact thing. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You're talking about Epstein files, holding black women accountable in the black manosphere, and we're literally talking about this damn war, and you talking about the black manosphere, black women, and Epstein files, bro. Jesus Christ. What's going on, Lonnie? Good to see you, bro. I didn't say Party was a content creator. I just read Party's comments right here where he says, bro, I'm just silent looking at my Facebook timeline. Them talking about this even is like them stuck in the 80s. He literally added on to it and said, they're talking where the Epstein's file. They're still talking where the Epstein files and talking like somebody about to get deployed. It's safe to say our part is over. Bro, all the concessions black people made for Obama is being shattered weekly. I literally read this out loud. And here you come right behind them talking about the Epstein files, talking about the black manosphere holding black women accountable, which they're really not. They're just complaining. And you're talking about the Epstein files. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go. You can't make this shit up.
Got up here for you in a second here. The water areas, that's where, of course, the US Navy has been able to launch much of what they have been able to do.
That's what I said on the last show when they were trying to tell me, man, Kuda, Iran can really do something to America. No, they can't. Them old-ass missiles. The missiles old as shit. And what UFO Kamikaze said, it basically summed up what I was saying in but so many words. Iran can't launch missiles without giving up their launch location with each launch. They have fewer missiles and fewer launching capability. It's been a wrap. This is why they're attacking neighboring countries. All right, let's go.
Past 24 hours. Now, amazingly and importantly to see here, the celebrations from the people who have ended up in other countries.
That's my brother Lonnie Cabal in the building. Let's go.
Because of the brutality of the Islamist regime that has now been in place for the best part of 50 years, means there is a very significant Iranian diaspora around the world. There were celebrations in the streets of Sydney tonight. We'll show you those photos a little bit later, but some of the celebrations extending as far as New York City are worth noting. A bad guy died today.
The celebration is striking. We got here just moments after initial reports, initial rumors of the death of Ayatollah Khamenei had just started to trickle from Iran to this diaspora community, and people were jumping in excitement, hugging each other, crying, saying that basically they've been waiting 47 years for this very day, Jessica. It is the reason so many of them have come out here today. I want you to hear from one of them specifically his thoughts right after learning that the supreme leader of Iran was dead.
When is the last time you saw people in Israel and Iran dancing on the streets in excitement? And when is the last time you've ever heard of a country coming out and dancing because they're excited that...
And see, this is Sky News in Australia. So the reason why I'm playing this is because I want to show y'all how the left is going to paint this in America. There's people out there celebrating. They're thanking America. They're thanking Donald Trump. Look at these people celebrating.
Foreign powers are attacking them.
Now, some of the reactions.
We're not gonna show y'all that. You damn near gotta be on the you gotta be on the damn ground there to be like, damn. I've never seen this during a Democratic. No, I never. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, the white man is holding me back, y'all. Give me 1 second. White man holding me back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Yeah, like I said, I've never seen this during a Democratic regime. These people in the streets celebrating, and they happy, and all of a sudden, America and Israel are the heroes. This is crazy. This nigga talking about Trap Lord Ross, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked today, D Chicago. You're cooked, bro. This nigga talking about we talking about war, and this nigga talking about Trap Lord Ross, nigga. Have several seats, y'all. All right, we're an hour into the madness. Shout outs to everybody here. Please hit the like button, join the supporter train, join the show. Please support the show via Cash App, via PayPal. Let's get it. Dope content deserves dope support. Please support the show. Give you your shout outs. Let me know if you guys want me to open up the panel. If you guys would like to come up, let me know what's going on. It's Player Talk Radio. Let me know what's on your mind. All right, it's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building. Let's get it. You said it's interesting to me. So-called Americans in piping all these other countries. That's true. They start hyping all these other countries up like they can really do something, and then in less than 2 hours, when you get back from your lunch break, we've conquered Iran, Venezuela, and shit. It seems like it's gonna be more. At this rate, we could take over the world in a day. Shit. Shit, we're just cleaning house. We're gonna have a new deck of leaders by the time Trump is out of office. Who else gonna jump? Let's see who else gonna jump out there. Right, Party. Party says suddenly everyone is small countries where we are bullies. XYZ. UFO said even some Iranian generals have been suspected of being Israeli spies for years. These people have no idea. You did? Party said what exactly needs to be discussed about the Epstein file. The files have been on Front Street since 2011. Real talk. You said you said the 85s just now just finding out about it. All black politicians and entertainers are in the dragnet. What's going on, Detroit? All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second real quick. Give me 1 second. Shout outs to everybody here. Please hit the like button. Please support the show. Keep the show going. It's Player Talk Radio. Give me 1 second. Shout outs to Detroit in the building. Happy New Year's. We got to chop it up. See what y'all think about Anton. We're going to get into the... Make sure y'all stick around. We're going to get into the Anton... The latest Anton and Corey Holcomb news. Now, all of a sudden, Corey Holcomb is a PDF file all over again. They're going to ramp that back up this week. You know, we're going to go over selective outrage. We got a lot of stuff to chop up on today's show. Please hit the like button. Please support the show. Let's keep it going. You said, Detroit says, meanwhile, in Iran, Iranians are mourning the supreme leader. Now they're looking for the supreme. Now they're looking for the supreme leader. It's not over yet. It's just the beginning of the brink of war. I think it's over. I mean, obviously they're gonna mourn him for about, they say 40 days. 40 days. They have to do some ceremonies, but the shit is over. Now the bad thing is that American soldiers will get, be a part of casualties and stuff like that because we're still fighting with. Israel over there, and we're protecting and cleaning out a regime is not just cleaning out one person, so we got to get that shit out the way, and but the big piece is over, the big piece is over, so you did, but we'll see. You said, remember when Israel sold exploding pagers to Hamas for years? They had no clue until they started exploding. The IDF don't fuck around. Believe it or regret it. You said it's either y'all want to own nothing and be happy or do something. Let's see what do something. Let's see what happens for sure. You said Kim in Korea's updating contingent plans. I don't know. I mean, he's, I don't know. I mean, when we captured Maduro, him and President Xi was talking, and I don't know. They might not be as mad at America as you think they are, but we got to see, and we got to see what happens with Taiwan. I was just talking to a student this morning. And he's in Okinawa. And for some reason, he wanted to talk about politics. So, he was giving me game on what's going on in Okinawa and how they're protecting Taiwan and stuff like that. So, they got a lot of interest in Taiwan and stuff. So Japan said they will jump in if that happens. But China is chilling, honestly, You said they officially are released these Chicago. In real life, they've been out. Motherfuckers was being called coons and conspiracy theorists for speaking on topics like that and adjacent. It was anti-Democrats, yeah. I mean, I don't know why he's acting like I haven't talked about it and said I don't care a million times and have broken down the game about madams. And we talked about Ghislaine Maxwell and Heidi Weiss and all these other people, Maybe if y'all support, maybe if y'all support the shows, you would probably remember. But you did. Shout outs to the real supporters though in the building. Definitely, please support the show. I got you guys. Let's get back into this, and then let's get into the fuckery. Let's go.
Has been interesting to note here that there is a clasp of people in the United States who believe that things like this don't...
If you want to, D Chicago, and anybody else that's interested in the Epstein files, if we get 2 to 3 supporters, I will put a link. I will put an actual special link in the chat that you don't know about. and you can go check out the Epstein files for yourself. I will put a special Google Drive link in the chat that has everything on the Epstein files, the whole thing, because it's up on the internet. Y'all got to do basic research. And I might even stop the show for a bit and we can go over it for a little bit if that makes you happy. All right, so if we get about, let's say $20 worth of support, I will show you, and I will put the link in the chat so y'all can go look it up yourself, and I might pull it up. I will show you exactly where to go find the damn Epstein files. What's going on, EB? But all y'all Democratic Party leaders and all there's more Democrats that hung out with Epstein than Republicans. So it's not what y'all think it is. So let's go.
Help the United States. Now, they exist in the extreme left, but they are also starting to pop up in the protectionist right. Tucker Carlson has been somebody highly critical of Israel and its supposed influence over the United States. And he has apparently spoken to a reporter in the past couple of days working for ABC America, suggesting that he's absolutely disgusted and thinks that the attacks were evil. He also
They literally did create the Epstein files because they're in them. They're in them. And even when Trump was in them, he was fancying himself as a Democrat. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with Taiwan. You know, there might be a deal or something like that. I'll let you guys know because I'm actually over here, you know, and I you know, my student, some of my students are from Taiwan, so you know, I'll let you guys know what happens with Taiwan. You know. I'm a hop, skip, and a jump away from China, but let's go.
Suggests that it'll be a significant effect on Trump's political movement. This is going to shuffle the deck in a profound way. I'm not imagining Tucker Carlson et al. Are about to run off towards the Democrats anytime soon because...
Shout outs to EB in the place to be. All right, let's go.
Well, this in part is what the highest of profile Democrats is saying, the newly elected mayor of New York.
Today's military strikes by the United States and Israel mark a catastrophic escalation in an illegal act of war, of aggression. Bombing cities, killing civilians, opening up a new theater of war. Americans do not want this. Americans do not want another war in pursuit of regime change. We want an answer to the affordability crisis. We want peace.
This is outrageous, right? Now, Iran and its effect around the world, including, remember, Australia expelled the ambassador from Iran because Iran was involved in problems here. Iran is one of the automatic 3 suspects that always happen when it comes to international influence, cybersecurity. So that's us here in Australia,
right,
let alone in a place like New York City, let alone places like London. MTG, again, the former Republican Congresswoman, she too has screeded that all of this is the wrong thing, no more foreign wars, no more regime change. Now, I was highly critical of almost everything about the Iraq War. I recognise the bravery of the service of the men and women who were involved in it, the painful price that has been paid by too many. But that was all about, remember, the fake weapons of mass destruction. Also, remember the way that war worked, which essentially was US troops on the ground going from the outer borders of Iraq all the way into Baghdad, and then the hand-to-hand combat because the military had fallen away in Iraq and it was the insurgents and the terrorists that ended up taking over. Well, this is, to this moment, something that is only happening from up high. It's the President of the United States who is not saying that it's going to be American troops that are going to go door to door to get rid of the government. Instead, it is a task that he is putting onto the Iranian people. The only problem, of course, is that the Iranian people who are not friendly to the regime have been unarmed. They do not have weapons. Their capacity to be able to confront them in a military sense is very difficult. It is about people power, and that is people power that we have seen. This regime, no matter who is leading it, is brutal in the way that it is dealing with it.
All right.
We are going to destroy.
Give me 1 second. Do this. Shout outs to everybody here. Please support the show. Let's get into this real quick.
It's day number 2 of the war in Iran, and the Middle East is devolving rather quickly. US and Israeli forces are thought to have launched multiple thousands of strikes across Iran as of the time of writing, and Iran has retaliated with wave after wave of drones and ballistic missiles. Across the region, cities and civilian targets are coming under attack, and in Iran, the man who ruled the Islamic Republic as supreme leader is now confirmed dead. The war in Iran is worsening by the hour, and we have no time to waste, so let's get into it. Lay of the land. At the outset of today's episode, we've got to give our usual
trying to tell you, man.
Everything that we're about to discuss is accurate to the best.
All right. What I'm trying to tell you is that Iran is too big. You're gonna get invaded just off of how much landmass in general. And whoever invades Iran, they can just set up. Now for their neighbors, you know, yeah, that's gonna be a fucking, you know, that's gonna be a challenge. For us, hell no, we can set up wherever the hell we want to. Let's go.
Of our knowledge and ability as of mid-morning on the 1st of March, local time in Tehran. That's just a bit past dawn in Central Europe and a bit after midnight on March the 1st in the eastern United States. Anything that's happened after that time will not be accounted for in this episode, although at this point you can rest assured that we'll be back with more updates in the very, very near future. Now, across the Middle East, the offensive against Iran is unfolding very quickly. For perspective, US defense officials told American media that within just the first 12 hours of fighting, Washington had carried out nearly 900 strikes across Iran. According to Israeli sources, Jerusalem's...
Damn, so I was right about that 900 number. Shit. 900. God damn.
First wave alone leveraged around 200 fighter jets, striking a total of around 500 targets. The two nations are believed to have hit targets in most of Iran's provinces at this time. According to Israeli sources, Jerusalem and Washington are dividing targets, with the Americans focused primarily on the Iranian military and its nuclear facilities, while the Israelis focus on Iranian leadership and its missile launch capabilities. In a statement to the global press, US Central Command, or CENTCOM, described its operation, codenamed Epic Fury, as, quote, the largest regional concentration of American military firepower in a generation. In response, Iran is believed to have fired several hundred ballistic missiles thus far, as well as large numbers of one-way attack drones. In Israel, the rate of Iranian attacks picked up substantially in the overnight hours, with several waves of attacks documented over the last 12 hours. Iran is known to have scored direct or partial hits, or otherwise caused damage through falling missile debris at US regional bases in Jordan, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and elsewhere. Bahrain in particular has seen multiple recorded direct hits, including a missile strike at the...
And that's the part that y'all are leaving out. They've been striking us for the longest time, too. You know, they went after, people in Qatar. They've been striking at U.S. for a good minute. So,
quarters of the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet, which was believed to have been mostly or fully evacuated over the last few days, and a kamikaze drone strike.
Shit, in January we shot down a bunch of missiles that they had aimed at us. So I don't get it. Like, y'all are okay with them aiming missiles at us?
In the early morning hours, on March the 1st, the American airbase in Kurdish-controlled Erbil, Iraq, was struck with unknown munitions in what appeared to be a direct hit. Qatar, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and other nations have all announced their own successful missile interceptions, and both Israeli and US forces appear to have successfully intercepted dozens, if not hundreds, of incoming targets so far. For a bit of perspective, we should emphasize that the hits we've described thus far would be regarded as only mild damage relative to what's possible in a conflict like this. Even still, there are some notable commonalities between Iranian strikes thus far, specifically that they seem to be targeting US radar installations and other tools of situational awareness, possibly working to open a corridor for more substantial missile strikes later on. While the scope and targets of the US and Israeli offensive are still murky at this time, we do have some information on the strikes and engagements that have already taken place. US CENTCOM confirmed that American strikes have focused on military command facilities, airfields, and air defense.
Yeah, Biden was up there sniffing babies and shit.
Capabilities suggesting that the US is focused on clearing out Iranian airspace and clearing a path for manned aircraft in the near future. Tacking onto that assessment, Israeli sources claim to national media that they expect to establish air superiority above Iran within the next 24 hours, as of the time that this episode is released. Other unconfirmed reports suggest that American F-35 stealth jets shot down a group of Iranian MiG-29s in what would be one of the more significant air-to-air engagements of the 21st century thus far. Also significant from a military perspective was the United States' first known use of its own, low-cost, one-way attack drones, devices known as the Lucas, and modeled after Iran's highly successful Shahed 136. Online, Iranian state media and telecommunications sites have come under attack, and the popular prayer app was hacked to display messages calling on Iranian troops to take to the streets and help overthrow the regime. Along Iran's coast, satellite imagery confirmed that the United States has hit at least one warship, and America's carrier strike group in the region is believed to be attacking every naval facility within reach. Some of America's specific targets suggest that the US is highly aware of the locations of supply depots, missile storage sites, smaller military leadership compounds, and other targets that lack symbolic value, but are especially important in dismantling Iran's tactical capabilities. Offshore oil tanker crews are reported that they'd also heard explosions near Karg Island, where Iran exports roughly 90% of all of its crude oil. On the other side, Iranian proxy forces are believed to be getting involved. Yemen's Houthi rebels have vowed to resume attacks against Red Sea shipping, and an Iran-allied militia in Iraq claimed an attack on the US airbase in Erbil, Iraq on Saturday. Also in Iraq, protesters near Baghdad's Green Zone reportedly attempted to storm the US embassy on Sunday morning, although, as of the time of writing, they are not known to have breached the perimeter. Conversely, the Hezbollah organization in Lebanon condemned the strikes against Iran, but has given no indication that it intends to respond militarily.
War Master.
As for the current counts of dead and wounded, US CENTCOM indicated on Saturday that there have been no casualties.
Like I said, they've been striking us for a minute. You know, I already told y'all how they were. You know, they had to knock down some shit in Qatar. You know, that was headed to headed to an American base. So you know, you said the mind virus is the same people who let these people besmirch Michael Jackson's name publicly. You know, Detroit dropped some game in the chat. Detroit dropped some heavy game in the chat. He said that a lot of people don't know was that Michael Jackson was the reason that Trump went Republican. He had a black eye. Shout outs to War Master in the building. Party said, Kuda, the very questionable part is the fact that the Dems had possession of these files uninterrupted for 4 years. And they ain't drop a snippet. Why they do that? Because they protect PDF files. I hate to tell you this, I can't really say too much, party. You know what the hell I want to say. I can't really say too much, but when you have the, questionable lettuce, bacon, tomatoes community, when you support them to a certain degree, you're going to have the P and, people that's into other things in that group. Hence why a lot of them are turned the hell out. So to a certain degree, you have to protect that. I ain't gonna say too much. But I don't understand why other people's problem got to be our problem. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
Now you gotta break the game down a little bit more because they might be slow.
So they don't need another group of people, i.e. immigrants and other people taken out, because it'll kind of expose them. They're kind of like conservatives on the back end. They want to be left alone to do nefarious stuff. Whereas a conservative will tell you, look, we should be left the hell alone. If we're not fucking stuff up and destroying shit, what's the problem? Shit crazy. We're going to get into it. It's Player Talk Radio. Please hit the like button. Support the show. Detroit says during the ceremony, Iranian people are chanting death to America. They're going to take care of, they're going to take care of Israel first to come after Netanyahu, that prick. He said, let's not forget Obama funded to Iran to keep the peace, keep a peace deal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We know what weapons they got. You said got awfully quiet in the chat. Where'd the liberals go? That's funny as hell. Uh-oh. That's why I didn't name the show that, because YouTube would have fucked with me. That's why the name is I told you not to fuck around and find out, but he fucked around and found out. I tell you one thing, I bet you he not here to fuck around and find out no more. Yeah, I bet you he won't do that again. Death to America, death to America, death. All right, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Oh my God. Mash up him blood clot. Oh man, War Master and Angry Man's comment section. Jesus Christ, the sky about to fall. War Master said, I had to educate some foolish leftists in Angry Man's comment section. They asked, what did Iran do to us? Shit, what didn't they do to us? Fuck, I've been giving y'all the game. They've been attacking niggas in Qatar. Please hit the like button on the way in. Please support the show, guys. Let's get this support train started. Party said to go down that rabbit hole, they might question your gay card. Yeah, they know, but they know niggas don't want to go that far. But then again, what they don't realize though, Party, is that they're taking on a whole new subgroup of men and women. So there's going to be niggas in that subgroup of men and women that's going to go that far. Because they got to restructure how gayness is looked at in the States in general to get some of these laws in, these humanization laws, you know? And it got to be, you know, hey, they're trying to get that P in, you know? So, you know, somebody going to have to take that up with MAPS. You know, MAPS and all them other people, you know? All right. You said the reason they don't want to release the files or won't release the files is it'll expose both files. Jeffrey Epstein got a crazy connection, not just Congress, but the other as well. Fuck Jeffrey. Y'all need to talk to Maxwell. The madame always know more than y'all letting her off easy, man. The madame knows more than the pimp. Most time the people that's doing the crooked people ain't even don't want to deal with Epstein. They would rather deal with the madame than Epstein. You think Epstein could tame kids? No, you gotta have bitches there. You gotta have women there, crooked women. So there's some justice that's not happening and won't ever happen. People taking shit to the grave, y'all. You can't run no operation with just some nigga and some kids. That shit don't work. Listen, D Chicago, I told y'all, you know what to do if y'all want the Epstein files. I will drop it in the chat. I got the link. Shout outs to Lonnie. Lonnie said, any Iranians saying death to America after yesterday were paid protesters. The Iranians are celebrating all night in the streets of DC. Yeah, and they're celebrating there, but they don't want to show that shit on the internet as much because then it'll make Trump look like a hero. You know, they don't want that. It don't matter. Trump looking like a hero is the worst thing that can happen to whomever, you know. Not Brokeback Barry. Oh my God. Epstein was literally under investigation during the Biden administration. Yeah. Okay. Okay. He was dead. Yeah, Trump didn't check in with Madame. I think that Madame, you said Trump, I think that Madame they got in custody is a body double. Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell? You said I'd agree with you, but this is not the topic about Epstein. This is the topic about Iran, for sure. Hold on, all y'all comments is not coming up in my damn thing. What the hell? Simon has like 50 channel. He's everywhere. Bald nigga. Bald nigga. What type of microphone is this? Hold on, y'all.
These or combat-related deaths in the first 12 hours. By Sunday morning, that may have changed with a combat rescue helicopter tracked on a journey from Bahrain to Qatar, but any casualties have not yet been announced as of the time of writing. In Israel, over 100 people were reported injured, most with minor injuries, and one woman was confirmed dead in Tel Aviv on Saturday night. According to the Iranian Red Crescent, 201 people were confirmed dead and over 740 injured as of the evening of the 28th of February. That death toll is expected to rise in the coming hours. Critically, the US and Israel have not avoided civilian casualties. Global media has confirmed that a strike impacted a girls' school in southern Iran. The death toll at that site has now climbed to 148, according to officials on the ground, with most of the dead being children. The fate of the Ayatollah. Easily, the most important development from the conflict in Iran is the death of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. According to Israeli media, Khamenei's primary compound was hit with a bombardment of some 30 or more missiles at the start of the offensive, and Iranian state media confirmed that he died in his office rather than in a fortified bunker where he had taken refuge during prior waves of Israeli or US airstrikes. In the following hours, Western media claimed that Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu and then US President Donald Trump had been shown an image of Khamenei's corpse. After nearly a full day of denial in the early hours of Sunday morning, Iranian state TV made
Damn, they got his corpse already. You know, a lot of times when people get bombed, you know, you would think that the corpse would get blown to smithereens, but sometimes it'd be intact. It'd just be blunt force trauma.
The Ayatollah was dead. Khamenei had served as Iran's supreme leader since 1989 and was 86 years old at the time of his passing. But Khamenei is not the only key Iranian figure.
Boy, your face smiling on the side of a rocket is crazy. Yo, run that back. Bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga. Oh, this is a younger version of him. He like Angry Man. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Media confirmed that he died in his office rather than in a
smithereens, y'all.
Bunker where he had taken refuge during prior waves of Israeli or US airstrikes. In the following hours, Western media claimed that Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu and then US President Donald Trump had been shown an image of Khamenei's corpse. After nearly a full day of denial in the early hours of Sunday morning, Iranian state TV made it official. The Ayatollah was dead. Khamenei had served as Iran's supreme leader since 1989 and was 86 years old.
This shit is crazy. Good God Almighty. Live by the missile, die by the missile. That's crazy. Damn, God got a crazy sense of humor, man. He got bunker busted. Oh my God.
Time of his passing. But Khamenei is not the only key Iranian figure who died in the American and Israeli assault. Also thought to be among the deceased was Khamenei's son, Mojtaba, a highly influential cleric with Cuba.
Yeah, for some reason, it's crazy. When like they go to war, like Osama, like all of the cats in the Middle East, they're around their family. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga will get bombed and his mama be with him and shit. It's like, damn. Like, I guess you want to be around family and friends when that shit happens, but damn, don't drag them into the shit. Good God.
Role in managing the regime's offshore finances. While Khamenei has no formally appointed successor, his son was believed to be on the shortlist of people who might have taken over after his death.
Yeah, that picture is wild as hell, bro.
Khamenei and his son were killed alongside Iran's defense minister, its intelligence minister, the leader of the Supreme Leader's military command, and the head of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Several important intelligence figures, several high-level advisors to Iran's nuclear program, and most of Khamenei's closest personal aides are also believed to be dead. Early reports from US and Israeli officials suggest that if the strikes really did manage to take out such a large number of key Iranian leaders, then it's because the US chose to break its own recent habit of strictly nighttime attacks and launch its opening barrage against Tehran during the mid-morning hours. Iranian leaders apparently thought they'd be safe during that time, especially given that it was during Israel's weekly Shabbat and during daytime fasting in the Islamic holy period.
But they think we're vampires. Like, it's daytime. They're not gonna fuck with us. So they really did fuck around and find out. Damn. We bomb America. This is daytime. They don't fuck with us no more. Okay. Hit that goddamn button.
Ramadan. As such, they're believed to have been holding meetings at several locations at the time that those sites came under attack. Even if such a high proportion of Iran's leadership is now dead, however, we need to emphasize killing them, and them alone, does not constitute regime change. Iran isn't Venezuela, where the US could whisk away a single strongman in Nicolas Maduro and simply expect that the malleable, self-interested elites who had surrounded him would cut deals with Washington to keep themselves alive. The Iranian regime is far stronger, and it's known to have designated wartime powers and highly detailed succession plans all up and down the ranks before these strikes began. Iran's president, its foreign minister, and the leader of the Iranian army are all either known or believed to be alive. So is Ali Larijani, a man international observers have identified as a potential successor. As of now, Khamenei's formal successors have already been designated, with the country's president, its judiciary chief, and a highly ranked jurist set to form a council that will transition Iran to new leadership. But regime continuity goes far deeper than that. The supreme leader and his allies delegate their wartime power. They enter these engagements with the assumption that they may not survive, and they leave their designated successors with the information and contacts that they'll need to keep up the fight. That's not to say that the US and Israel can't achieve regime change during these operations, but killing Khamenei and his allies will only be the first step. Their successors will have to be hunted down too, and their successors after that, and so on until the remnants of the regime can no longer coordinate a coherent defense. And even if that happens, there's a real chance that international factions will try to seize power, whether from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the intelligence services, or political factions who are ultimately loyal to the current leadership. Now, of course, the X factor in all of that would be Iran's protesters, and as of now, footage indicates that crowds took to the streets in Tehran, Shiraz, and elsewhere in celebration of the Ayatollah's death. But those protests haven't yet come anywhere close to the size of January's movement, and although they've seen protesters tear down statues and remain in the streets in some places, sources on the ground reported security forces opening fire on demonstrators elsewhere. And before we move on from there, we've got to take a moment to highlight the place to go to for even more information on the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, as well as many other conflicts and geopolitical flashpoints that shape our world. And that would be Fronts.co. It's our team's written news website, premium subscriber service, and one-stop shop for all of the in-depth analysis that we can offer.
Shout outs to him and his supporters. Shout outs to us and the people that support the show. Let's get it. It's Flair Talk Radio. Let's get back to
it. All-in on Iran coverage, filling in the gaps, and getting at the underlying issues we don't have time to address in a quick update video like this one. On Thursday, we'll be publishing a free-to-access episode answering all of your questions on the conflict. And you don't even need an account for that. We're putting it out for free. You just have to go to fronts.co. So you can submit your questions right here on this channel on a special post that we put up on Saturday on the community tab. Again, that's fronts.co. A subscription is just $5 a month. We're answering those questions for free, though. Just if you like it, you can get more. Big thank you to all of those who already subscribe. And now let's get back to Iran. The attacks on the Gulf. From the death of Khamenei, we've got to travel westward to the states of the Persian Gulf, where a parallel crisis is playing out as we speak. Prior to the start of the US and Israeli campaign, Gulf states like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and others had been lobbying Washington continuously, urging de-escalation in order to ensure that the Gulf didn't come under attack. A high share of the world's oil and gas supply travels out of the Persian Gulf every day, and by targeting that energy infrastructure, Iran could hold global markets hostage, cause immense economic damage to its neighbors, and force the US to back down. Now, though, it appears that Iran has made a critical strategic miscalculation. Over the first day of back-and-forth strikes, Iran did target the nations of the Persian Gulf, but it didn't primarily target their energy infrastructure. Instead, Iran hit numerous civilian and infrastructural targets across the region, including the international airports in Kuwait and Dubai, the capital cities of Riyadh and Abu Dhabi, and the National Security Agency of Bahrain, among others. Also in Bahrain, footage depicted Iranian drones slamming into the sides of two residential towers, one of which was completely engulfed in flames by that night. Later in the day, Bahrain's international airport was struck as well, and on the following morning, Bahrain's Crown Plaza Manama took a direct hit. In the Emirates,
didn't we take out one of their leaders? I forgot. Trump got rid of one of he got rid of one of their prominent dudes. It was a young dude. Fuck, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. We took out one of their younger leaders, but I don't think it was it Iran? I think it was Iran. And I remember Trump did it. I forgot his name though. Shit, Trump making sure he's not gonna be safe when he get out of office. You know. All right, we got a poll in the chat. Y'all let me know what you think about that. It's Player Talk Radio. He took out somebody. It was a young dude. You know? I forgot his name. And I remember we did a story on it. You know? But listen, thank you everybody for hitting the like button. Please support the show. Shout outs to Lonnie Cabal dropping the huge $5 on the Cash App. As always, thank you so much for supporting the show, starting the support. Shout outs to Lonnie Cabal dropping $5 on the Fire Show. I got you, bro. I appreciate you. Shout outs to Lonnie Cabal mushing up them blood clot. Let's go.
Try your final card, Yugi. Cause after that, 3 blue eyes white dragon are gonna mash up your blood clot. It's over. It's not done yet, Kaiba. Cause me have this. Exodia, the wicked one. What that? Me have all 5 pieces pon the field. Lord God, it's a really Exodia. Yugi, you're not easy. Now who are gonna get mash up? Exodia, mash up him blood clot. Whoa!
Shout out to Lonnie Cabal. Was it Syria? It probably was Syria. It probably was Syria. Why? Oh my God. UFO says Iran and Venezuela failed to America, but 13% of niggas here are ready for a race war behind enemy lines. Pro-blacks are stupid people, man. War Master said, foolish black Americans, you know, he definitely wasn't lying, man. I'm like, damn. There might be some truth behind that. Not even might. There is a lot of truth behind a lot of it. Shout outs to the real FBAs, though. You know, I mean, I don't know. Because now, you know, you got Dr. Umar introducing a new delineation or, you know, basically a new acronym. And you got niggas falling for that shit already. You know, it's like... It's like, you know, it's like, damn, you know, it's like niggas really do have really horrible identity issues, you know, and identity politics is crazy, you know, especially in this stage in the game with all these people that told you that they've done their native history and stuff like that. To still have identity politics is crazy when these tests and stuff are supposed to be accurate. So either somebody lying or the accuracy ain't accurate, you know? And now if you look at it, the thing is to run away from the American lineage. You know, Umar, he proudly represents Philly, but he wants y'all to run away from the American lineage. He's like, you know, no, we're not Americans. We are some crazy African mixture. Phil from the Advice Show, he done jumped ship. He was getting cursed out not too long ago for his wife being Mexican and for him somewhat being pro passport bro. Please hit the like button, y'all, and support the show. Giving y'all the game how it goes. You know? And it's like, okay, now niggas are running away from being American. Like, what the hell is going on? I mean, you're the Native Americans. You know, black people, we have the opportunity to actually be the best Americans that ever lived. Even though, you know, what the white man is doing can get us into some trouble or into some shit. In a weird fucking way, we have the capacity and the lineage to be the best Americans that ever live, and we're gonna squander that because we want to be in other people's business, which is somewhat our business too, because it is America. But we don't get the, I mean, we don't get the brunt like we used to. We can't. All right, I'm trying to keep this shit going. It's hard for me to keep this signal up. Hold on, y'all. It's hard for me to keep this signal up, but we going. Yeah, I mean, now they're running away from American lineage. It's crazy. When in reality, to tell you the truth, you got to gas up on that. Cause shit, even the Glacier Man is losing America. They got identity issues coming up too. So hey, War Master said, you think Iran's government would have learned after touching our boats, and Reagan went all proportional on their backsides. American boot went straight to the backside. Yeah, I'm trying to keep this signal going, man. Y'all help a brother out. Please hit the like button. Please support the show so we can keep the show going. Oh, man, we are in the hole on Player Talk Radio. We are behind the 8 ball. But definitely hit the like button. Please support the show. Heavy-handed. All right. War Master said Saudi Arabia and Iran have been in a Cold War for years. Real talk. Real talk. So, you know, this might be the key piece to certain things, you know. You said they gave 23andMe their DNA for what? Party says if they don't want to stay, let them go. You said niggas gonna rise up against the same government feeding, housing, and providing them health care. Good luck with that. Yeah, in these times. Shit is crazy. But let's go.
Iranian drones reportedly threatened the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, although one was intercepted moments before impact, and another ended up impacting another civilian building nearby. Dubai's famous Fairmont Hotel and Burj Al Arab Hotel were each hit by an Iranian drone. Its Jebel Ali port was set alight by intercepted debris, and a Kuwaiti naval base came under direct attack. One Pakistani citizen was confirmed killed in the Emirates, where government officials reported that it had been targeted with 137 missiles and 209 drones by Saturday night, most of them intercepted. In theory, it's not all that difficult to piece together the thinking that might have informed Iran's actions. Anticipating strikes against energy infrastructure, Gulf states would probably have moved their air defenses to match, meaning that strikes on oil fields or refineries might not have been successful, but civilian targets were undefended. Iran clearly focused on striking centers of financial power in the region, especially Dubai, where it could shatter perceptions of a safe, secure enclave in the heart of the Middle East. Iran could partially justify those strikes by saying that it was attacking US military installations in the region, fueling perceptions that collateral damage to the Gulf states was just inevitable. By posing an acute threat to the nations of the Gulf and specifically attacking targets that Gulf states might not have been prepared to defend, Iran was probably hoping to seize on the panic that the Gulf states had clearly been feeling and sending them into an all-out nervous breakdown on Washington's doorstep. With enough pressure from its Gulf allies, perhaps the US would choose to back down. Reality, however, played out a bit differently. Instead of sparking panic, Iran's strikes appear to have drawn the Gulf states together, and now nations that have been firmly at odds over the last few months have started to rally against Iran. Saudi Arabia and the Emirates in particular have expressed alignment in their desire to protect and defend the Gulf no matter what it takes, and the other nations of the region are following suit. Even Turkey's president has weighed in, condemning Iran's attacks in a clear show of support for the Gulf states' severe response. While Saudi Arabia hasn't yet made any public statements to this effect, anonymous Middle Eastern sources have signaled to the global press that it's increasingly likely that the Saudis will allow the US to use its territory to continue its offensive. Basically, it now appears that the Gulf states have taken the opposite stance from what Iran had intended, that they had been signaling as clearly as they possibly could that they intended to sit on the sidelines for this war, and now that Iran has chosen to attack them anyway, appeasement of the Iranian regime is off the table. While the Gulf states don't go to war very often, or at least not directly, they do possess substantial air power and now have sufficient justification to eliminate the Iranian threat directly. Finally, we'll briefly check in on the Strait of Hormuz, the critical waterway that allows the passage of Gulf shipping traffic toward the rest.
But I mean, it's crazy. We didn't have to send a soldier in to talk to him and shoot him and stuff like that. We got his ass up out of here with a missile.
The world. According to European Union security officials, Iran has been broadcasting a message since yesterday insisting that no ship will be allowed to pass. Ship tracking data indicates that as of the time of writing,
it was up and it stuck.
Most trade vessels have stopped in place, returned to port, or have started to wait in the Gulf of Oman. Iran hasn't officially confirmed any closure to the strait, and it doesn't appear to have been mined by Iranian vessels. But global ship insurers may have finished the job on Iran's behalf, cancelling policies and jacking up prices for any vessel that attempts a crossing. For all practical purposes, that means the strait is closed.
Little boat.
With the threats being broadcast from Iranian shores, serving as a further deterrent. If that situation doesn't change by Monday, then the impact of the ongoing conflict will show itself in global markets. At this time, it's still conceivable that a combination of market anxiety and pressure from the Gulf states urging the US to create the conditions to reopen the Persian Gulf could pressure Washington to draw down operations. But Iran may have spoiled that opportunity for itself, and if the Gulf states now calculate that it's more important to permanently eliminate the Iranian threat to the region, then the market response may not matter very much.
All right. UFO says, how the fuck you gonna challenge the same government that had you shook when they shut down EBT temporarily? He said it, I didn't. War Master said sometimes, he said war is bad for business. Sometimes you do have to give the people the right hand of justice, yes. The right hand of correction, yes. The right hand of correction. Katia. Party says, unironically, I think the bulk of the identity crisis is online, for sure. The identity crisis online is founded in the fact that the people talking are really tethers. This is true. I've been saying this for a long time. Shout outs to Party. The people that I've been saying that the people that are running this game on a lot of the FBA people are the ones that are actually tethers. They are 2 gens in at best. This is true. They came from their home with identity. UFO said robotic soldiers are coming soon. Yep. Terminator is happening right in front of us. Issues already equipped. Any nigga from here don't have these type of discussions. It don't come across their mind at best. The Indian tribal thing might penetrate their mind. Black people can't connect the dots. David Carroll. And shout outs to you, party, and shout outs to the brothers keeping the words of wise men in these spaces alive. Let's get it. Everybody done moved on to other content creators and done forgot about the people that really meant well and the people that really had an impact in these spaces. Let's go.
Much. For now, those are the essentials of the Middle East's expanding conflict. Overwhelming US and Israeli air power, Iranian retaliation all across the region, and the death of Iran's supreme leader. In the coming days, we'll be back to provide updates on the situation, so if you'd like to learn more as the situation does develop, make sure you're subscribed. Follow along, as always.
Right, shout outs to him, you know. Yeah, man. So yeah, you know, I'll keep you guys updated with what's going on in the war, you know, or the not so much of a war with our assistance. You know, so much stuff is going on. They said 900. I'm pretty sure that number has jumped. More than 900 strikes. You know. But let's go to the poll real quick. Okay, let's go to the poll. Okay, not too many votes on the poll. I know I put it in late. Usually, you know, I have the poll at the beginning of the show, you know, but I was still putting the show together. And, you know, these shows, you know, they take a while to put together, man. You know, you guys for supporting the show and rocking with me. All right, let's keep the show going. You know, please hit the like button. Okay, let's get it. All right, so we got 4 votes on the poll. And it says, is tough talk from world leaders helping or hurting right now? 50% says helping, strength matters. Okay, it went down to 40. Okay, now it's back to 50. Now it's down to 40. Uh-oh. Okay, I'll give you guys a little bit more time with this poll. But we got 40% saying helping, strength matters. 0% says hurting, too much escalation. 20% says it's all political theater. And 40% says, I'm just here for the drama. Damn, 40% of y'all don't give a fuck. Okay. I want to see this. I think Ray, or who dropped this into the chat that they have a documentary again on the manosphere coming out. Give me 1 second. Shout outs to everybody here, please. Share the show. I'm gonna read your comments. Give me 1 second. Let's take a look at this real quick. What is this? Louis Theroux inside the manosphere. They never have no real people from the manosphere, and this is some bullshit. Now you know they going out of their way to not let the real people from the manosphere speak, because you know they know Angry Man and all these other people and these people copying us on these panels and stuff like that. Now they know. So now you know it's out there. They're really going out of their way to not let the people from the real manosphere speak. And it's funny because look at how they tried it on Fox Soul to get Angry Man to pop off, and in reality he's actually smart, not popping off. Ain't that funny? They tried to trigger Angry Man a little bit. It'd be your own people too, by the way. They try to trigger Angry Man to pop off. And when they realize, hey, Angry Man's a little bit more smarter than that. He's not going to pop off when y'all want him to pop off. They try to get him to Peter pop off, and look, he didn't pop off. And actually gave a smart response. So I guess Netflix, they not coming for us. They know he's not gonna pop off. They don't see. It's really volatile to go for the real people in this space, because we might actually say something that can change the world or revolutionize the world, which we already have. You know what I'm saying? We're in the Urban Dictionary, whatever that means. But notice people would rather talk slang than proper, even blue-pilled people. And it might hold a lot more shit nowadays, because they are all mad because men are not participating in half the bullshit that the world has for us. And it's been real dangerous for men not to participate in it. You got Aaron Clary, who they could have put on here, who masterfully, pointed out that, they need our participation as men, because women ain't finna do it. Women ain't finna do it. They need our participation as men. They need men, to do shit and to get shit done thoroughly and efficiently. That efficiency drops completely when women are in charge. When bombs are dropping on you, you can't stop mid-war and be like, hey, can y'all stop with the female version that gives women a chance to be alive? They don't tell y'all to do female push-ups. Shout outs to War Master dropping the huge. $20 on the Cash App as always. Keep the show going. War Master says, how can you be a gamer with no Xbox? I don't know, War Master. We got to be careful nowadays, because was it Ukrainian? A German soldier using what looked like an Xbox controller to man a drone, and he took out a female medic. I think she was a Ukrainian soldier. I don't know. He took out a female medic, and it was fucked up. I mean, they were high-fiving each other and stuff like that, and she saw the drone, and she put up the hand signal, for peace, like truce, and that nigga dropped one of them damn grenades on her. That was fucked up. He dropped one of them grenades on her. I said, dang. You said they don't see political factions do different business. Democratic monies are spent in gun running, addictive drugs, and sex trafficking. That's funny because we were here talking earlier, and D Chicago was like, what, we spent 40 million, or we're launching like $4 million rockets and shit like that. It's like, bro, you get the money on the back end in war. We don't give a damn about launching no damn $4 million rocket. We got to get new weapons in anyway. We will drop all of our ordnance on anything when we're replenishing our weapons and stuff like that. What the fuck is a $4 million rocket? And plus, the money that we get back on war on the back end, that $4 million ain't shit. Do y'all realize also too, we seize weapons while we're there that we're gonna turn around and sell anyway? Like, bombs have to be used. Either you're gonna sell it or use it, or it's gonna sit there and collect dust. What is this, D Chicago? Live coverage of the embassy in Iraq. Are you gonna go to Iraq or Iran? We'll check in with what's going on over there. What's the first thing Trump did in 2016? You said they're outside protesting now. That's gonna happen. That usually happens when a leader dies, bro. You said we're gonna see what's to come of it, D Chicago. It's just like if Trump got assassinated, it would look the same. It would. You don't think they'll be protesting and in the street if Trump didn't get wigged? You know? What's going on, Holo? Yeah, RoboCop in Detroit. There's a RoboCop game coming out too, y'all. I wanted to tag War Master in it, but it wouldn't let me. War Master said most Americans are not remotely interested in the rest of the world unless they touch our boats. This is true. You said they're trying to get the men together right before the midterms, for sure. And then plus, I ain't gonna lie, the only people that look like they would bust guns and do something are some of those MAGA dudes. A lot of men don't want to. They don't want to participate in a democratic war. Character assassination, just like politics. Yeah, we're gonna show y'all some character assassination today. Speaking of PDF files and stuff, you know. You said nobody in another country would protest if Trump was killed. They would be celebrating. These are facts. You know? Yeah, folks love Trump. And then y'all forget, you know, I mean, the reason why a lot of people are paying attention to politics right now is because Trump bought mainstream television to politics. Talked about this when he first got elected. When I gave y'all that game. So remember, you got all them old Americans that still watch TV, that's just now getting their phones and using Chat GPT a little bit. And they type on their phones with their forehead forward. And you got all those old people that sit around day in and day out in the nursing homes. They watch The Price is Right. They watch The Apprentice. They watch all of these American shows. They love Trump. They love the hell out of Trump. But then you got the people that was riding with Trump. You got a lot of people that you know, that is pro-Trump, that's disagreeing that this is a bad look. You know, you got Myron. He disagrees. He says this is a bad look. You know what I'm saying? He says this is a bad look, but you know, Myron is always weird with the politics going on in the Middle East. I'm pretty sure if I, you know, really watch what he's saying, he probably will have a point. And you got so many people like Tariq Nasheed and a lot of people, they don't like Myron, but for some reason, nobody's debating him for some reason. He got to go on college campus and debate people. I wonder. You know, I definitely wonder. You know? Yeah, folks love Trump, Hola. It's not no damn manosphere bubble. Actually, the manosphere don't even really exist anymore. Shit, I've created a lot of the manosphere bubble. What am I leaving? Myself? He says, see, that's how you know they don't know what war looked like. They keep throwing shots and not hitting the right address, and the message continued. You said, oh yeah, definitely need that gaming content back. Yeah, we gonna get back into the gaming, Lonnie, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Just the other day, though, I was playing a little bit of Final Fantasy Tactics, but you know, it is what it is. You know. Thank you, Hola. Absolutely. You said if they would attack directly, if they would attack directly, it might die. If they would attack it directly, it might die. War Master, which is funny, the irony because he has war in his name, says war sucks. I don't know if Canada hate Trump. I don't know if Canada hates Trump, bro. I mean, they were talking about kissing the ring. They were talking about becoming a part of America. So, you know, his country likes him. That's really all that matters. Real talk. You gonna hate Americans for liking who's running America? You know, in the end. You said, as we display a portion of new shit on the world leaders. This is some real shit. You said, laugh out loud, Kuda. He planning to go. Yeah. He planning to go to Iran. You know, he want to be in Tehran. No, it's another RoboCop game. Yeah, it's another RoboCop game. That shit look good. Or it probably was a concept. And there's another RoboCop movie I saw too. That shit looked tight. I said, damn. You know. Warmaster said when Trump dies, almost none of our enemies said when Trump almost died, none of our enemies said squat. They were hiding under their desks, which is true. And I know they were mad that he lived, because I know if a lot of Americans was mad, I know them niggas was mad. And I don't give a damn what you say. God put his hands on Trump. God put his hands on Trump. Because how you sitting up there moving around, staying still for a minute. Y'all know how Trump moves. He moves around, stays still for a minute, talk shit. How is it that you turn your head at the right time when you was about to get wigged? That shit don't happen like that. Clearly, God is on his side, because you don't turn your head at the right minute and get clipped in the ear. When you survive something like that close, you are meant to live. For a bigger reason. And I don't understand it, because a lot of people, I mean, I get it, you know, there's a lot of evil rich niggas, but a lot of people that are aspiring to get money and be rich, they associate richness with evilness. When you got some people that will say it's your birthright to be rich, or at least not want for none. You know, when you want somebody like Trump to croak or kick the bucket or whatever and stuff like that, and then when it's on display for the world to see him survive something like that, and then you see how Charlie Kirk caught a biscuit in the throat, that's crazy, man. This is a cold-blooded demonstration to see how Charlie Kirk caught a biscuit in the throat, and this nigga turned his head for 2 seconds. And I know AR-15 bullets aren't that fucking slow. So I you know, even during single shot, that rifle, even though it was the dumbest rifle to do what he tried to do, that rifle, you know what I'm saying? That rifle wasn't the correct gun for that. But maybe that's all he could have snuck in. You know. For sure, War Master. I'm gonna have some more information on that, granted everything goes well. You know, thank you everybody for hitting the like button. Thank you everybody. Please, let's keep the support going. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's reach our goal. Let's get it. It's Player Talk.
More. Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens, where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout outs to War Master. Yeah, I would like to do some street interviews here. That would be cool. You know, granted the channel gets some support because it'll be cool to see what's, you know, people's opinions from all around the world. Even though we're in Asia, I mean, you know, but it would be interesting to see people's opinions. You know. Canada hates Trump. Last time I checked, Alberta, Canada. Last time I checked, though, Detroit, it was half and half. You know, if America wanted to take over Canada. It's just that they wouldn't like some of the stuff that, you know, that he got going on, you know. So when y'all say Canada hate Trump, yeah, I understand what y'all are saying. But I seen some of them that's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. It seems like the closer you get to Alaska, they wouldn't mind. But more on the East Coast, they don't like that shit. You know. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Hold on, the American dollar goes to weaponry first, you know. So people complaining about how much debt America is in. Listen, I hate to say it, it goes back to street rules. If you got the bigger gun, pay back who? Who we gonna pay back? You know. So we get the money back in tariffs. You know, tariffs is a payback. You know, that's the crazy part. You know, the tariffs are a payback. You know, and a chance for them to renegotiate. You know, you said nobody worried about what Canadians. Oh my God, you did not call these niggas snow Mexican. Hey yo, what the fuck? Hey yo, I've heard it all now. Snow Mexican. What the hell? Bro, Snow Mexican is crazy. Trudeau.
My day off, working out,
Who are you talking to?
What, do I not talk to them? Don't talk to him.
Really?
Talk to you.
We're not on social media now. What would you say is the message?
I coach.
And they keep trying to say the red pill stuff is for social media. Okay.
Boys, how to make money.
Wow, this is a nice spot.
How to be outside the system. How to be proper guys.
Right, shut up. Here we got Timu Tate. We got Timu Tate here. That's supposed to be the epitome of manhood. Let's go.
No. Would you see me that way?
Did
you look at my arms?
The stature's not saying too much.
I was entering the manosphere. a wild frontier of streamers.
I hate these people because they will find some random nigga talking about we're entering the manosphere. No, you're entering some random nigga's backyard. Do y'all think when I log in, I'm like, oh man, I'm plugging myself into the matrix, I'm entering the manosphere? No, you in some nigga's backyard. You are entering some rich nigga's backyard.
Whose behavior is reshaping the culture.
People ask me why Miami, and I tell them because if it was 120 years ago, I'd be on a horse on the way to California to dig for gold.
Whose appeal has proved irresistible to hordes of young fans. 15 is probably like your main demographic.
No, it isn't.
They hear that content, they think it's acceptable.
Fuck the woman! Fuck the woman! What? What have I done?
I'm doing it for money. I don't care about
the morality of it.
I'm not living.
Now, Detroit, you are a Manispherian OG. Let me ask you a question, as a lot of people here. But let me ask you a question. Who the hell are these people? Then they're even lumping Sneeko in here. Like you, oh yeah, that is pause. Damn. And I said it a couple times too. Fuck. What's going on, LT, man? Shout outs to LT, man, in the building. Yes. He said, good afternoon, anyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My bad. My lazy ass just got up fresh and clean. Going out to get some coffee. Laugh out loud. I hope everyone is doing well today. Much love and always much respect. From Chicago, LT, man. In the building. LT, man, in the building. As always, good to see you. And cleanliness is next to godliness. Shout outs to LT, man, in the building. Joining us on this lovely Sunday. It's Monday where I'm at. Starting work early, 1:29 a.m. here, 1:29 p.m. on the East Coast, and it might be 12:30 in Chicago. All right. Shout outs to New in the building. All right. Let's go. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go.
For other people, I'm living for myself.
The mother of my children, she doesn't talk to other men.
We don't cross into each other's lane.
Stings, huh? You seem upset by it. You seem upset by it.
Do you consider yourself a misogynist?
Oh my God. What's wrong with a woman not encroaching on her man's ideology? 10:30 on the West, okay. Well, the real black pill hola is about enlightenment. The real black pill is about it is so. The real black pill is more so indifference and stuff like that. The black pill that they introduce y'all to on the internet is fake. Those aren't real. Those are just a bunch of guys that are going through blue pill rage. We gave them their corner of the internet. We talk about it all the time here on the show. Check it out on the last show. I kind of went more deeper into it. You know what I'm saying? It's some real deep shit. LT man said, what's new and exciting? What's today's topic, bro? Well, we were talking about the Ayatollah, fucking around and finding out he died within the first 2 hours of Iran being struck. So what we reported on the last show was absolutely true. The Ayatollah has he up out of here. And hey, a lot of people had a lot to say about the war, and it's not really a war, but then again, it kind of is, We're gonna get back into that topic, but the Ayatollah is gone, so 70% of the war is damn near won, other than the people that's left around. And it's like what UFO said. If they launch any type of missiles and stuff like that, we'll get their location. Pills aren't really a classification of beliefs, but you have red pill and you got blue pill. When we go off air, hold up, because I went more in depth on it. When Media Man was trying to tell people about the blue pill, and most people don't know what the hell the blue pill is. I will tell you, out of all the pills, the blue pill is actually the most complicated of all of them. When you do your research, blue and purple is the most complicated out of all the pills. But to really understand the blue pill, you got to understand the red pill. And to really understand the red pill, you got to understand the black pill. And in between, you run into the purple pill, because the purple is the red and the blue pill put together. Where some people, they want a blue pilled outcome, because that's just what they're taught and how they were domesticated and raised. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, the purple pill, a lot of people is like, okay, you know how relationships go, but you may have some game, or you may, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Media Man was wrong about the blue pill, Detroit. You got to check out the last video. You'd love it. I put on for the space for real, But what happened was, the purple pill is like, okay, you already know what's up, but if you choose to participate in it, that it's up to you. But don't be surprised when you get red pilled again, because it will humble you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but a lot of the chart is wrong, whole lot. So you got to do a little bit of digging. But I'm gonna give y'all the game though. Blue pill. A lot of these guys are just blue pill raging. To tell you the truth. So. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Let's get back into it. You said actually the most complicated is someone saying that they're only one pill, not realizing that they're all the pills in a 24-hour day. I think I explained this on one of my lives. That is interesting, and there's some truth to that. But I'm going to tell you the truth too. Most of the people that are married are actually red pilled, not necessarily purple pill. Most of the people that are married are actually red pill, not necessarily purple pill. So that's another thing too. A lot of people that are synced and married, a lot of them are red pill, not necessarily purple pill, or one is red pill. The person that's controlling the married is more so red pill. It's a lot to talk about, I'll definitely do a show on it one day again, But the definition of purple pill, the embodiment, not the definition, but something that explains it really well, is when somebody gives y'all some game, some red pill game. Like, for example, a nigga will say you can love women or understand women, but you can't do both. And purple pill, damn near will be you trying to do both. Kind of somewhat to a certain degree ignoring that information. And you say some shit happens. You get humbled, and now you're right back at square one when you took the red pill. So that's what purple pill would be. to a certain degree. Purple pill would be like, you know, you knew what could happen and you still pushed forward. So don't be surprised with what you know happened. Don't be surprised with what you know what would happen. You know what I'm saying? What happened? You know? Oh yeah. Live streamers, they copy us like crazy. You know? Yeah, he is spitting truth and pandering. Yeah. I called that out on the show. You know, you gotta check it out. I'm really good. You know? Yeah. But shout outs to my girl dads that are red pilled, you know? Shout outs to my girl dads that are red pilled. But Media Man was only talking about the blue pill from a woman's perspective. You know, most people don't know the pills outside of a woman's perspective. So this is why a lot of people never, for the most part, really graduate to the black pill. Because it got nothing to do with a woman's perspective. He was talking to y'all about the blue pill from a nice guy point of view, where in reality you could be red pill and still a nice guy. So the blue pill ain't a nice guy thing. Heartbreak ain't a nice guy thing. You know? But let's get it. Let's player talk.
I love women and I actually understand them.
You think you know better than they do?
They want a guy that can lead them and dominate them.
He finally talks to Myron. Thank you, somebody. Even though Myron, Myron, he's like a Johnny come lately, but he's still better than a lot of people and he knows a lot of stuff. And he's actually been around long enough to move the culture. So you gotta give credit somewhat where it's due. Let's get it.
Got anything to say to the live, Thoreau?
Not really. Do you think Satanists are running the world?
Absolutely.
They talk about misinformation on the internet. This is what they're talking about.
And you know what's crazy? They gotta send random people. That's why it's smarter to send a woman down the red pill path, because you send a nigga down the red pill path, he gonna turn red pill and not come back. You're gonna lose your news anchor. Let's go.
I'm raw, I'm not a puppet, I'm not controlled. I don't do this bullshit editing that you guys do, because I'm real.
Are you getting triggered?
Okay, March 11th. Okay, we're gonna be looking forward to that 10 days from now. All right, so that's what's going on in the wild, wild world of Twitter. All right, let's see what's going on with this Anton Daniels and Corey situation real quick, y'all. Please hit the like button, support the show. You said a girl dad ain't red pilled because he sees the world through females' eyes. A lot of them do, but I've found a couple of girl dads that are red pilled, that are extremely red pilled. And they're not being shamed. With their choice. They're not being shamed of their dating pool. They're not being shamed of their exploits with women. You know, not all girl dads, feel fucked up behind women. You know, it's the same thing like boy moms. You know, all of a sudden, all of a sudden she care about men and what men go through, because she has a son now and shit like that, the reality of the world kind of sinks into her, because she can lose something that she's attached to, that she loves, So a lot of trad cons, you know what I'm saying? A lot of trad cons happen to be boy moms. All right, but let's get it. Yeah, they still on this Anton BS. O'Shea, he got to blow shit out of proportion, but let's go.
Let's get in here. I got some information for you all with regards to Anton Daniels.
I'm not going to lie, y'all. I've made a lot of money.
Okay, I got you, New.
Off of Mika and Anton. I'm about to get some gold teeth pretty soon.
He's right,
And I I wanted to really get away from this particular topic. I wanted to get back on my Dusty News Network, talk about some booty clapping sound effects, talk about some robberies, cheeks getting clapped, when all of a sudden, I came across some more information.
Damn.
It seems like the surviving Anton thing is getting worse, especially with women coming out and basically busting his ass out. And with Mika getting caught up in lies and Anton getting caught up in lies, YouTubers are making a ton of money cashing in on these hypocrisies that these dudes have been saying over the years.
Give me
one of these YouTubers is Lakeisha Keisha. Stop the show. Also just made 100,000 subscribers. She was about to do another Anton Daniels video also, probably so she can get rich. And well,
so I was working on a video that someone had sent me, and it was an extremely long video, but they happened to give me the marks, but I think it was a little bit off with the marks because I wasn't able to find what I was looking for. However, I had started to listen to the video, I think it was like 4 hours, and I had found the exact pinpoint. Well, let's get into what happened.
But what happened, Keisha?
You know, I had more time to work on the video, and let me show y'all what happened. Video unavailable. So the reason why I want to show y'all this is because I know it sounds crazy, because who would literally be on...
Let me tell y'all something, all right? This is why we didn't go over her videos like that. I know a lot of y'all like her and stuff like that, but she is messy. And she is way off. Same thing with a lot of what House of Hypocrites does. And the same thing with a lot of these other black tubers that don't do their damn research. But I'm going to say this, though. The only reason why even I'm still going over some of these shows is because I just find it funny about how black people will make a mountain out of an anthill. You know what I'm saying? How thorough we would be to spill someone's quote unquote tea. And really, that's about it. That's all we really thorough in, you know? And I gotta say, if you're blowing up because of this Anton situation and you're you're extending your 15 minutes of fame, trust me, once it's gone, nobody's gonna really care about what you have to talk about. You know, because people have just been making up stuff, so people are repeating the same thing. It's almost like an unwritten script that people are repeating, and then when the story goes away eventually, which it should have went away a long fucking time ago. Do you even have the personality? Do you are people going to be interested in what the hell you got to say? You know, are people going to be interested in what the hell you got to say? Let's go.
A video talking greasy and talking about being with another woman. But this is actually true. If they were doing this for content, then why would you make the content unavailable?
That's right. Your boy Anton Daniels was basically deleting our private.
Yeah, everyone is regurgitating the same content. It's like the news, you know, the same script goes to like all the news. They kind of agree on the lie or the story that they're going to tell. And, and once they agree on it, they, they agree on the lie or the story that they're going to tell. And they tweak it a little bit or put their own little spin on it. But literally the same story gets around to everybody.
Videos on Room 9. Now, this is interesting because Anton Daniels always says that this is
Absolutely,
for
Nola.
content. Well, if it's for content, why the hell are you private in the video?
He's right, you know.
Fast forward.
Because people like you like shit. Let's go.
Now, that's Keisha LaKeisha getting it in on her side of YouTube. But there are some other people on a whole other side of YouTube focusing in on Mika's ass. Now, I got this video from this channel called Anonymous T.
Right, they keep kicking a dead horse and breathing life back into some BS.
And
today we are talking Anton Daniels, and today we are talking a YouTuber by the name of Goat Debater, you guys. Because
that's how you know these people are new here. Goat Debater. Nigga Taz. Taz. This is an interesting name. Shout outs to you. Trump. Donald Trump is Jesus Christ on Rumble. That's hilarious. Taz, y'all. The GOAT debater. Okay. Hey, all right. They don't know who Taz is. These people, Taz and Nolly done reinvented themselves about 5 different times. But let's go, you know. Y'all hit the like button, support the show, giving y'all premium content. You know, you can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up, y'all. Can't make this shit up.
Goat Debater, at the time I'm recording this video, is currently live on the YouTube, and they have on their display screen.
Who let their grandma on here?
So apparently there's this allegation that Mika gave someone.
And why don't O'Shea say something? Oh, because guess what? He fell out with Taz. O'Shea was keeping Nyla, Taz, and all the gossip people in the space. Okay.
A copyright strike. And I went to the individual's channel.
And I'm hearing too that Anton, they said that Anton copyright struck Freezy. They said that Anton copyright struck Platinum. I heard Platinum Elite. You know, our brother Platinum got copyright struck. This is crazy. All right, let's go.
And I was shocked when I found out who it was.
Crazy.
The GOAT Debater.
Woo!
Now, this person also used to.
All right. Let's see if O'Shea gonna watch his mouth. Watch your fucking mouth, yo. Watch your
go by
goddamn
name
mouth.
Called Taz Exclusives. I guess this is his new channel. And he was doing his digging also. And again, people like Taz and the GOAT Debater and these guys, they have been on YouTube.
Yeah, I heard Red Supreme's channel got hit. That was crazy, man. This is crazy,
for
man.
a while, but they also know how to get a lot of information. So they start literally digging. And what he found out was interesting. He found out that Mika was in a music video. Now, this is interesting because
oh my God, these niggas are late. She is a rapper. She's an artist. Her name is Pop Culture Mika. She's hugged up with all the rappers on Instagram and everything. You niggas are late. Don't do your research. Now all of a sudden, oh man, she's in the music video. Yes, and she has a big ass too. Oh my God, she has a big ass. We found out she was twerking. Like, oh my God, I can't believe she's using the big ass that God gave her.
Mika was an artist. She was like a singer or a rapper type chick, but it seemed like her music or hosting career really didn't pan out. So he found the video, which she had a song called Afghanistan. And I guess she was booty bouncing it up and twerking it up on there.
She's a Nicki Minaj stan. Obviously, she gonna rap. She's a barb. She's probably one of the only few Nicki Minaj fans that agree with Nicki running around with Trump. What's going on, Dougie? So this shit is funny.
But then something happened.
But now you mean to tell me because...
And my name is Tez, and I my voice is ashy, and I sound like I'm always... Something's in my throat. I sound like Zordon.
She couldn't do no numbers with it, or because nobody listened to it, or because nobody actually knows the music, they can come and give me a copyright strike for it, fam. Don't nobody know that shit. I introduced these to Afghanistan. You would think the label would be happy.
Well, he doesn't know how labels work. That means that her song is registered on DSPs. Do you know what a DSP is, Taz? No, you don't, because niggas are allergic to record deals and niggas are allergic to record anything to do with music and recording and shit. Of course, he doesn't know what a DSP is. It's called a digital service provider. They go around and look for the royalties and stuff like that, and they decide if they want to take stuff down. You know? War Master. And War Master, you know, like I know, sometimes, you know, it's good that some of these guys don't have good microphones because it would expose the inconsistencies and frequencies in their voice.
You would think Mika would tell the label, nah, fam, let that stay up.
Woo! So he posts the video or reposts the video in the stream, or maybe he re-uploaded the whole entire video as an upload, and the video gets taken down.
And listen, sometimes if she don't pay her beat maker, or the beat maker knows, she doesn't flag you, but the beat maker does. You know, the beat maker will flag you because you know it is, you know, if he has his beat on a DSP. So
Damn. That's a little promo for me. And see, that's what makes me think it ain't her. At first I was thinking like, damn, it's gotta be her, but like,
well, he gonna start a rumor. It's Anton that took it down.
Maybe not. Maybe it's the label looking at it like this would be free promo for her. Get that shit off of there, fam. That's exactly why we ain't got it on there, Taz.
So he is a little bit confused because, first of all, she copyrighted, struck his channel. So if you get like...
Look at how black people lie. She struck his channel. She wouldn't... Listen, the last person that will find out that their music is being played somewhere is the artist. She will not be able to strike his channel. She will not be able to strike his channel. And I bet you he won't show the email associated with it. But let's go.
3 of these 90 days. Well, your channel's gone from YouTube. So he's saying, listen, I'm trying to give you some promo. Maybe it's your label doing that. You know, I'm not knowing who it is. Now, fast forward. Now, as he's on the stream, there is a young lady who hops on the stream because the young lady would like to reveal some information to him. So this happens.
Before it happens, Red Bella, what's good, sis?
It does. So I just wanted to point out, well, Gail actually pointed it out first in the chat. Ain't that her email? And she said during the videos that you were reviewing when she was
oh God, damn, you're so right, fam. I'm so fucking dumb.
But you know listen, Taz.
So it is her email. Okay. Well, sometimes too, it's the label that will strike it, that will strike the video. Because I'm now looking at the email. I wasn't looking at the email at first. And they will say, okay, well, you got to reach out to the artist. You got to reach out to the artist. So let's go.
You dog, get off my panel, fam. Y'all get on my nerves, man. Always trying to make me look stupid. I had to kick her off, fam. I'm tired of y'all.
Woo!
Videos that
because the young lady would like to reveal some information to him. So this happens.
Before it happens, Red Bella, what's good, sis?
It does. So I just wanted to point out, well, Gail actually pointed it out first in the chat. Ain't that her email? And she said during the videos that you were reviewing when she was
Oh,
talking to
God
the
damn,
news.
you're so right, fam. I'm so fucking dumb.
But
You know
listen,
what?
Taz.
I'm finna drop you, dog. Get off my panel, fam. Y'all get on my nerves, man. Always trying to make me look stupid. I had to kick her off, fam. I'm tired of y'all.
Woo! So yes, it is actually true. The email, maybe he missed it. The contact email is for popculturemiko@gmail.com. Okay. So the person that sent this copyright strike also has the same email address. All right. But then there's more.
It gets better. Listen, so when you did the live stream, she was talking to the news and
Anton not even responding though. He's just, you said Taz sound like thirst itself. Taz make me want to drink water. His voice is so ashy. That shit is crazy.
they asked her why she wasn't a part of the label. She said she was independent and wanted to do the work herself. She did this. This was her.
So the young lady also lets Taz know, aka the GOAT debater, that listen, not only is that her email.
Speaking of water, please hit the like button, y'all, and support the show. Sponsor a water for your boy. Shit.
But also, yes.
I get tired of talking sometimes.
This is the company
all the time
that she had. The company Domino Effect LLC is in fact Mika's company. So she definitely did this. Now, this is interesting because a month ago, 2 months ago, neither one of them were trying to do this. But now, since the block is hot on the both of them, they're out.
Listen, because it's the same thing like in the music industry, like Lil Nas X, right? That Old Town Road. I forgot. I think he I forgot who he sampled. But they do this in the industry too, y'all. Y'all not ready for the industry. Niggas are allergic to the music industry. So a lot of times they could strike you or they can sue you as soon as, they put the song out. Like certain, music that sampled stuff, they can strike you or they can sue you as soon as, they hear the song or the song starts charting on radio and stuff like that. But a lot of times, what they do? They wait until you make a significant amount of money off of it, and then they sue you. Because think about it, when people are first charting and stuff like that, or you're a new artist blowing up, you ain't got no damn money, so it makes no sense. What's going on, Chris G? It makes no sense. It makes no sense to sue you in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense to sue you in the beginning. So what they do is they make sure what they do is that they make sure it's documented. Okay, yeah, he won a Grammy. He made a decent amount of bread off of this damn Old Town Road or whatever, whatever sample that he uses. And then guess what? Then we hit him. So they making sure, even Corey said the same thing, making sure these people are making or it is known that they made some money off of it. O'Shea getting on here telling on himself, oh, we making a lot of money off of Mika and O'Shea and all these other people. Yeah, we making a lot of money. And then guess what? Then that's when they come knocking. It's profitable to lie. That's why Player Talk Radio is having such a hard time. It's profitable to lie. We get on here, just give you the game, tell you the truth. But hey, Maybe we got to start lying.
Here just scrambling, and they're covering a lot of ground. Now, as a YouTuber who's been in the game, once people start to really get on you, and people start like focusing in on your life, it's a pain in the ass, especially when people start to, let's say, dox you. People start, tying in
all the stuff that O'Shea you've done and put on blast and on Broad Street. Oh, tell us more. Tell us more.
Into what you said in the past. People start looking into your personal situation. And again, a lot of this is because of the hatred that so many people have for Anton. I think that if she was dealing with somebody else and this happened, I mean, don't get me wrong, it would have been somewhat of a big deal. But because Anton is so hated and so polarizing, and basically she was going along with it, and she's caught up in all of this. And again, doing those interviews, it was a terrible idea. Going to Tasha K was a terrible idea. Going to Talk Perspective is a terrible idea. But people are focusing in on their lives, and Anton Daniels' image is in question. So what he's doing now is he's trying to cover territory.
Yeah, I definitely might do a panel on the next show, LT, man. I got you guys. I'm gonna keep you covered. I got you, bro. Absolutely. We might do a double show today, y'all.
By trying to delete the videos or remove the videos. But the damage has already been done to the both of them, okay? Unfortunately. And the one...
Not Douche Jackson.
Thing that I can learn from all of this, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say this. When content creators chase controversy instead of chasing the niche, shit like this.
O'Shea done put out a whole DVD box set of Anton, Mika, and Corey and all these people, man.
This is going to happen, all right? Especially if you have...
Now, unfortunately, if Corey's still talking about the same thing this week, he's done. He's Jadunsky. It's like, all right, bro. Y'all niggas wrap this shit up by Easter. Come on now. Wrap this shit the fuck up.
Other aspirations out there outside of YouTube.
Okay, definitely. And I'll structure the show around that because we definitely gonna be talking about that.
Which pop culture Mika or Mika in general?
I got you, LT, man.
Is not like making her living outside of YouTube. She's a lady in the DC area. She seems like she has a strong offline presence, meaning that she goes out to events. She's known in the community. She's known in the DC PG County area. She's local.
You know about PG, O'Shea.
Right? And that's what she's built her career off.
Pretty Girl County.
She's built her career pretty much in the East Coast corridor, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Now with this stuff coming out, it affects her severely because her brand, because of what's going on right now, like she's known for sure, but it's not for the right reasons, okay? And so now you're out here trying to cover territory.
Yeah, Corey is nobody gonna get him up to date.
And you're not ready.
Okay, I got you, LT, man.
For what's happening, because obviously it looks like you are having an affair on your husband. From what I understand, there are rumors that the husband may, not want to be in a relationship anymore. I can't prove that, but I did hear.
Y'all not gonna be satisfied until Mika goes home and she catches her husband sitting in a dark house in the room with a picture of their wedding day, or he's in his groom suit, and she come in the house and it's like, yo, it's over. Like his ring sitting on the table, and a Glock sitting on the table beside it. I contemplated on offing myself behind your actions, Mika. It's almost over with.
Some other people say it.
You want people to break up so bad.
For like, hey, the husband is maybe gonna let her leave. He has a law enforcement career. But you see, if you don't want stuff like this out there, don't do it. Don't do stuff for clout, especially if you're a person that is hated. Okay? When people hate you in your perspective and then you're doing stuff for clout, this is the result of that stuff. Please do.
She looks weird without her hair curly, though. She does kind of got a football head. And the makeup. Yeah, niggas acting like she cheated on them. I agree with that, Hola. I don't think people like love. Ain't that crazy? Do you like love? Do you like love?
Not do it. It's not worth it. I'll tell anybody you're looking to get in this business. If you're looking to get in this business and your way up.
If you're looking to get in this business, number one advice, watch out for people like O'Shea. You watch out for people like O'Shea. And let me tell you the fucked up part about getting in this business. 9 times out of 10, the first couple of people that you're going to meet are going to be people like O'Shea. So you're going to have to take the acid approach to a certain degree and burn some people off. And then, hopefully whatever grows back, grows back. Hopefully. All right. Shout outs to Dollar Wash in the building. If you rocking with the show, please support the show. You can support the show at $PTV888. That's $PTV888. Please support the show. 3 hours and 4 minutes into the madness. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it.
Is hella controversy in your outlet because now everybody is out to get you because literally you've been on here saying one thing and then your family is involved, your husband's involved. In the case of Anton, his wife has been involved. In the case of Anton, his daughter has been involved.
No, Shay acting like he's objectively going over this shit when he is the culprit. He's the type of person that will burn a house right in front of you and step back and be standing outside with the fire department talking about something. I didn't know what happened. This shit crazy. Oh, man, I didn't know about that, LT, man. Shoot, welcome home, Yeah, I hope he gets home and, safe, and I hope he adjusts, back to this thing we call life,
It's just been so much stuff.
I know he gonna be confused in a motherfucker when he get home. 10 years, everything look different.
That doesn't make any sense. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Get it again. With another episode of.
All right. That's crazy. All right. Shout outs to everybody here. Please hit the like button. Please support the show. All right. All right. We didn't get to go over this on the last show. Let's take a listen to this real quick. I was gonna hold on. We'll stay on topic real quick. We'll probably cover this on the next show. Hold on. Y'all know Dee Dee got something to say about this. Hold on, y'all.
to the channel. I hope you are doing well. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So your girl is back with another video, y'all, as the drama turns. So I am back with the
on the next show, we're gonna go over Corey Holcomb. They got some quote unquote real PDF allegations on him this time. So this is probably what he's gonna be talking about Tuesday. So we're gonna get ahead of the gun on the next show. We're gonna be talking about Corey. Tune in later on today. We're gonna do a double hitter. All right.
Another reaction video, and this is none other than the whole Anton's, scandal, the provocative scandal.
But we're gonna finish with Anton. Pause.
That we keep seeing people posting about, you guys. So I'm back with another one because I thought this was an interesting one to share, because there were so many people who were saying that Jazz Noel, when Jazz came out and said that Anton
Jazz a whole liar, and niggas fell for it for a good week.
Invited her to come to Detroit. There were some
how she squandered that
skepticism in some of the comments, and people were saying,
was like, "Oh, I went over to Jazz's channel. Ain't nothing over there. She's full of cap." Like, damn, how do people go to your channel and then start getting mad at you? That's crazy.
Saying that they didn't believe her. They said that she was lying. And this video proves that she was not lying. And I didn't think that she was lying. I just didn't think that was something to lie about or to bring up. You know what I mean? Bring up just to lie about. But there were some people who didn't believe what she had to say. They were skeptical about it. But now you have proof.
Because who she is.
That she was not lying. But I also want to get your thoughts on this particular video. So definitely chime in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say about this. Once again, how long do y'all think this whole Anton shenanigan is going to continue to go? How long are people going to constantly repost or post about this whole situation? Let me know. But it is definitely sensational. I will say that.
Oh my God. It's sensational.
But listen, before we hop into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you share and like the video and turn on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this particular one. But let's go ahead and get into it, you guys.
I'll keep it a buck. You know what? I'll keep it a buck with y'all. Anton definitely asked me to come to Detroit before.
Do you want to come and visit the city?
Absolutely not. What is in Detroit?
Okay, so what?
I think Mika, if she had this energy with Anton Daniels, she'll be good right now. But Jazz Noel, just keep it a buck, man. I'm starting to fucking like Jazz Noel, because now I go back and look at her videos and she really been calling Anton Daniels out like a motherfucker. Then you had people making videos about Jazz being this angry black woman type, but she was just keeping it real. And everybody else was on Anton's dick. But she seen all through this. Let's get into the video.
Let me see if this is real.
You know what I'm saying? Even all ain't on the yacht. But no, you see how that plays out.
I'm just saying, as a married man, why are you talking about having a fleet? That's corny.
Hold on. I got a fleet of right now that will come and finesse you out of your son.
A fleet of hoes is crazy. A fleet of hoes is wild.
Hey, why you always trying to govern married people as a single woman?
I'm not governing. I'm just saying, as a husband, single women. As a husband,
Jazz is a feminist. Feminists are liars by default.
I will find that disrespectful.
This is what I just noticed this. Give me a second.
Why do you govern married people as a single woman?
I'm not.
Why do you govern married people as a single woman? Now look at Molly.
Governing, I'm just saying.
Bro, stop calling people shrew. Shrew is crazy.
As a husband,
women.
As a husband, I will find that
You shaking your head for? I don't know you, Molly, but they keep accusing you of being a disgruntled side chick because Anton Daniels chose Mika over you or something. I don't know. That's what they saying.
Do you want to come and visit the city?
Absolutely not. What is in Detroit?
Okay, so okay, that's cool. You can say whatever you want to say, but. Then what do you care?
Well, I'd probably be offended if somebody asked me to come to Detroit. Shout outs to Detroit. I love the Motor City, but I would think somebody trying to rob me. Ain't nothing there but T Grizzly and probably like some, I don't know. But I'm gonna have to skip Detroit. Yeah, I know what shrew is, but it's just funny. It's a term that you really don't hear these days. It's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, we were just talking about respect and marriage and things like that, and I was saying some of the things I've heard y'all say I would find disrespectful. But hey, y'all got different type of relationships. Apparently,
That's the type of
I do care about Detroit.
And House of Hypocrites was calling her a supermodel. That was funny. Let's go.
So when can I get my
What's going on, Tech Rail?
flight, my hotel?
Oh my God! And look at this.
They are definitely.
Baby, she like, huh, I don't give a damn what Jazz saying. Baby, fly me out. See, this is why I say some women won't, some women will. You just got to know the difference between.
You don't say it. We have said it. Well, one woman won't, another one will.
And respect the ones who won't and the ones who will. Man, go ahead. But
Shout out to War Master, because War Master be driving through Detroit. Right. That's where I'm at with it, War Master. Like, who goes to Detroit on purpose?
he ain't asking to fly her out. And she like, baby, where's
You just happen to end up being in Detroit, passing through or something.
a ticket? I'm going to jump on the next flight. I want to come see what you are offering. Look. And see, that's why they be saying there's a lot of desperate women out here who will be willing to do it. And I'm like, look, take those ones. But sometimes people be one of the ones who ain't willing to do it. I'm just saying. Baby, you can't make it up. Let's continue.
I don't let Mary.
Nobody has ever complained that they've ever been in a situation that was uncompromising coming to do business with me. I was nice and I invited you.
Thank you.
I said that if you're interested, and you insulted me. You didn't just say no thank you.
Oh my God, LT man. He said Detroit is the armpit of Chicago. Yeah, absolutely, man. You got to go pick him up, man. Absolutely. You gonna let him ride the bike? Let me know. Let me know, man. And I know your other brother is happy too, And that's what's up, man. Welcome home, bro,
You insulted me. Why did you do that?
I didn't insult you. I insulted the city. I don't.
Yeah, the city is a reflection of me.
Is it?
It is.
That would make me very.
You've never been here, so how can you make that assessment?
How can you make that assessment?
He didn't hear what she said. He said the city is a reflection of me. She said, "Is it?" That would make it very. He do this thing when he try to sway into spitting game. We can take you out to Detroit. Listen.
Nah, don't talk about. Shout outs to House of Hypocrites, but nah, all the dirty macking you've been doing. Don't talk about no damn game now. Don't talk about no goddamn game now.
Listen. Look, let me preface it. You ain't never. He do that. He trying to swing. You ain't no fucking pimp.
You've never been to the city. Have you ever been to Detroit? Have you ever been to the city? Have you ever been to the city?
Detroit one time for a Gucci man.
Come on, check in with Trick.
So she already went to Detroit on some bullshit. First of all, when you go to, nothing sounds safe about being in some, and it always be the feminist women that be into some dark shit. Nothing sounds safe being in Detroit listening to some damn Gucci man. I'm offended. Don't take me to Detroit to a Gucci Man concert and I don't die. That sounds like a night you're supposed to die on. Going to Detroit to go watch Gucci Man. Let's go.
I've been there one time for Gucci Man.
See, this is why women, y'all not nice. Y'all not nice creatures.
No, but honestly, no, seriously, no disrespect to you or your city or whatever. I'm just around, right? But
no, listen, it is.
But no, I don't.
My city is gorgeous. I love what's happening here.
You should. No, I honestly just don't have any interest of hanging out with married men.
See, you got to get Jazz house man. So I never asked you to hang out.
Well, you just asked me to. You just offered me.
You asked, does she want to come to Detroit?
Right. He asked if she want to come to Detroit. Same thing. Shout out to House of Hypocrites. But what's she gonna do when she get there?
Oh my God.
Sit around you and your wife? I'm just saying that seems like an uncomfortable, awkward situation. Unless he's offering her and her man to come out and to have, dinner or get to know him and his wife, and they have like like she said, double date type of situation. And does she even want to do that? Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's a little odd. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I just found that to be a little cringy and odd. Let's continue.
Now you saying,
shout outs to everybody that gets my comedy, man, because I know I swear to God. Y'all got to pick up on it. I'm real quick with it too. Shout outs to LT, man. Yeah, man, he got to come home like a king. I feel you, bro. In style. You got to pick him up like the rappers do, You said now going to San Diego, that's some different, or Miami. Heck, I'd probably be willing to go to New York City. Yeah, New York is dope. I don't think Trump cleaned it up, but it's dope,
I never asked you to hang out because she's emphatically rejecting your request to get out to Detroit. I don't think no other woman done this on this panel. He might feel a little bit embarrassed, but he can hold frame. But now he gonna try to start insulting her, and what she's never met. She never met a nigga like him. She never done no business. She bad at
War Master's jokes are fucked up too. That's the dilemma, War Master. That's the dilemma. All right. Shout outs to everybody here. Please hit the like button and support the show. Let's get an Xbox. We gotta get an Xbox.
He about to do that subliminal, passive aggressive bitch.
To fly me out.
We're gonna do that marathon show to raise the Xbox money, but I'm gonna wait till I get to a place far from where I'm at right now, because there is no malls around here, y'all.
And regardless,
I asked to hang out with you.
What would be the point of you bringing me to the Detroit?
Everything I do is business related.
Get her ass jumped.
I don't.
Oh, we don't have no business, so we ain't got nothing to do.
See, and that's your problem because you made the assumption, but you don't even know what the business proposition would be.
No, now, Anton, come on now. Anton, now you wrong for that shit. So you get on your panel amongst a whole bunch of other people and you discuss business between potential business partners, or that's something y'all do in private? Like, no, that's not how you do that. You
gotta be careful, whole lot. They blowing shit up in Mexico.
If you wanted to have business with a person, you contact them and you discuss a business proposal. But you don't handle business in public. Like that ain't everybody else's business. That has nothing to do with them. But to now say, oh, come on, and then I'm gonna propose a business deal once I get you out here. Nah, that ain't nah.
Is that they automatically think that that's what's wrong with women. They automatically think that just because a guy makes an offer to them, that it comes with something else or that we got to be hanging out. That's not what it is.
Well, if it's a business proposition, if it's business, you don't have to fly me out and get my nails done. We can do a Zoom call.
I never offered you to get your nails done. I said that's a perk. For anybody that comes here, they're automatically.
I don't know. Now it's just getting kind of ludicrous. Are you going on business or are you trying to show me a good time? Because
you got to fly. No. I mean,
first of all, it don't matter if whoever he flies out gets their nails done. I thought the whole point is to be respectful to your man. First of all, you out of pocket being on a live stream, taking them up on the offer to get your nails done. You understand what I'm saying? If you have a man, that's something that your man is supposed to do or you're supposed to do by yourself. And see, a lot of people, why are people listening to niggas for relationship advice when niggas don't even have proper basic etiquette? Niggas don't even have basic etiquette. It don't even matter if a nigga if it comes with the nigga. It could be a Tom Jordan in the morning cruise, or all-inclusive cruise. You still don't take a nigga up on the offer to get your nails done. That's something your man is supposed to do. Even if Well, no, why? Because that's a form of being pampered. Damn it, niggas are dumb, bro.
Why are you
listen.
like that?
I'm not.
DD, why don't you stop it there? Respectfully, you should have stopped it there. No, you shouldn't even be inquiring about another man getting your nails done. You have a husband or a man. Or maybe at the end of the recording, you probably did have one, but hey.
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm trying to help you to understand that it's a reason why people continuously come and visit, because I'm a hospitable person and I take care of business. I don't understand what the problem is.
There's no problem. I'm just saying we've never had any discussion.
You're not professional enough. That's what the problem is.
That's
the first lit passive aggressive insult.
Etiquette. That's not a passive aggressive insult. Let's go.
So,
opinion. You don't know.
That's the facts.
You don't know me as a business person. You don't know me as a business person.
I don't think that you've ever really met a dude like me that takes care of business the way that I do. So you make the assumption that it will be one way and it wouldn't be.
And you too are making an assumption, and I'll let you live with what you.
Nah, I'm not making an assumption.
Oh yeah, that shit hola is male repellent. Y'all ever been in a nail shop? That shit is nigga repellent. Hell yeah.
You are. You're saying I've never met a dude.
I'm going based off of what you said.
It sounds like Jazz don't trust her. It sounds like she gonna get her there, and she gonna.
Don't even. Don't even do that. No.
2K always gotta say some crazy shit. Shut your ass up, bro. If she's rejecting the offer, pretty sure she can goddamn control her. It ain't.
And I don't even. Well, maybe he might be serious, but I think Anton is honestly just trying to prove a point here, not necessarily try to date old girl.
But it ain't even about that. It's about why the she said it. Why are you trying to fly out women as a married man, bro? You guys, what do you got? 15, 17 properties, bro. You don't need YouTube. This is why I know that. This is how
I don't think Jazz is married, y'all.
No, bro. I mean, they say he makes some bread off of YouTube. I can believe it. But you don't need YouTube. You don't need these women as characters within your life doing YouTube. You really don't. It's an option. You're getting used to it. But this is why everybody think you fucking Q, Molly, Carrie, Mary, Mika.
Right. He made me laugh with that because it's true. It does make you think like, damn, okay, this is why the assumption could be.
Yeah, that shit is like spraying mace in your face. Like I ain't gonna lie. I had a couple of girls that did nails and stuff. I'm like, look, I'll see you later. That acrylic shit.
Damn, what's going on?
That shit smell.
Put all the women on the panel. How many times have you flown them out? This is a group party. All of them getting flown out. Y'all doing a menage a trois. I'm just saying, allegedly. I'm just saying, like, it does put that in your mind because you're looking around like, oh, okay. And niggas too, like, you flying the niggas out to like, what is really going on? You know what I mean? It does put.
It's the Diddy treatment. Yeah, but me and you never went shopping for real. No, we partied. We partied, but we never partied. Diddy Daniels. Oh man, War Master, you gonna start listening to everybody's voice, and you be like, "Damn, this person's voice ashy as hell."
You in that mind frame, but what a tease your own child. If that's what y'all do, but don't assume that everybody is into that, and you can't assume that people have not had experiences with guys like that because they choose not to or they opt out. That means that's not their character. That's not the type of women that they are, and maybe you're just not the type of person that they want to do that with. They'll choose the type of person that they want to do that with, but you can't assume that they want to do that with anybody just because they got money. It's not for everybody. Let's continue.
Shut the fuck up. No.
Because I know what you're gonna do, Jay. See,
I don't with that.
We just gonna
do that. Don't talk about my. Don't talk about my.
Okay,
wrap it up. Wrap it up. Don't talk about my.
You don't trust your.
No. Don't talk about my. You wouldn't know nothing about it. With nobody on this panel know shit about it. Keep my out your mouth. Even though I know
now look at you offering it up.
Yeah, boy, bye. Get the fuck out of here.
Like I said, I am 100%.
I don't want the little Jay.
Like I said, no. Y'all don't have to keep. Y'all don't have to argue.
It wouldn't matter.
Y'all don't have to argue about it. He don't want you. You don't want him. That's cool.
I showed out.
The one thing that nobody could say is that I'm not 100% above board and professional when I take care of business.
I think that's commendable if that's really what it is.
I know if that's what it really is. That's the truth. Q can tell you that. Anybody can.
Anton you say it, then I believe it.
Anton might come off a way. I'm gonna say this: it's a lot of men that would use women on YouTube for their looks or to f them. Okay, I've seen it. Okay.
Well, a lot of women have a problem with, and he got some baddies on the panel, but a lot of women have a problem with self-policing their own damn relationship. They'll do it if somebody that they don't like, you know, they'll do it in a heartbeat. But if somebody is somewhat rich or decent looking, or, you know, they like nice stuff, they wear lavish stuff, or you know, or for whatever reason, you know, yeah, they will put their relationship on the line, or lax on self-policing their own relationship.
But I'm gonna say this about Anton, right?
And the key word is self-policing.
Anton might say some crazy stuff on panel, right? He might say come to Detroit. You might perceive it one way, but he don't cross those boundaries. One thing about Anton, he's about business. He's about business.
Hey, Jeffrey Epstein had a sidekick, that bitch named Justine Maxwell. When powerful men on their predatory behavior, and I'm not saying Anton is on some Jeffrey Epstein or some Diddy. I'm just saying predatory.
Hey, y'all listen to these niggas half-ass give y'all game about madams, and here I am giving y'all the full book. This is funny. What you gonna say about Gisane, bro? Shout out to hypocrites. What you gonna say about Gisane?
In the nature of looking at these women that don't have a platform, and don't have a voice, and don't have...
These women have a platform and they have a voice. Anyhow, you have a YouTube account, you have a platform and a voice. It's just that these newer content creators, they want to latch on to Anton, and they want to go viral or start at the top, instead of people like us that had to build ourselves up. Listen, if you got 2 or 3 people in your chat room and one of them's a troll or a bot, well, you're going to be entertaining that 2 or 3 people are a troll or a bot. What's wrong with putting in the work? I got to overly put in the work to compensate for situations that the channel gets put in, or shadow banned, or I got to overly put in work. Whereas if I was really out there, I would have no problems. It's just that YouTube is not exposing my channel to the people that definitely need or want to hear it. And even the people that are sub to the channel, y'all got to unhit the sub button and then sub again to get my notifications. Half the people, they're not getting my notifications. Shadow banning works. You know, it really does work. You did?
The tools that he have, but he know he can take advantage of that and make them dependent. For example, Q. I think she quit her motherfucking corporate job to work for this nigga. She gonna have to back this integrity in his character.
And shadow banning ain't even really for the viewership. It's really supposed to fuck with the content creator. You know, it makes them not want to do content, you know. So
like that, because she took a component of her life and threw it away for him, or she trying to protect the brand.
He'll come out, he's probably gonna do videos with you, shoot content. This man is always on his computer working. He is he loves it. I don't disagree. Other folks, I get why y'all will be like, because a lot of men say stuff because they want to. That's usually what it is. And that's why men like, even before I met Anton, I was skeptical. I was like, okay, what does this man want? Like,
so I disagree. I believe that he does good business.
Anton wants your non-sexual attention.
I believe that he does good business. What I'm saying is that we've never discussed ever doing business together, and he's saying that he feels that I'm not professional enough, which is fine. So it's all good.
And she's not offering them nothing anyway.
We just talking on the panel.
I'll do some business with you, Jazz.
Jazz, how much it cost for you to be quiet for the whole weekend?
What? How much would it cost for you to see the under that big ass belly? Oh no!
Oh, oh shit. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, snap, Lord. Jesus, Lord, take the wheel. Why did she do that? Oh my God, no. Oh my God, I didn't expect that.
Boy, Dee Dee over there tickled. About to drool in the mic, Dee Dee.
Jesus, Lord. Girl, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Oh my God. Baby, let's continue.
Yo, wow. Y'all are wild, bro.
How much would it cost? How much would it cost for you to tell us?
Yeah, it's supposed to de-incentivize them to make content. It's supposed to. It's like, oh, we're timing you out. Oh, we're putting you in a corner. Oh, we're you know. So I appreciate, you know, you definitely giving me the game on Rumble, you know, and I got a lot of different other pages that I used to stream to. Rumble being one of them. I got a Twitch. I got a Kick. I got an Instagram. I got a Twitter. Believe it or not, I used to stream on Twitter. And Twitter, you know. Oh, you already know what's under that wig, War Master. You already know what's under that wig. Bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga, bald nigga. Head looking like Lil Bill.
The cup size.
Like nobody ain't telling us say you ain't professional.
Like what? I don't care what the hell you got to say. Don't talk to me crazy.
No,
I'm not that.
That was a good comeback. She got you, 2K. She got you. That was
on my belly.
She was.
Get your goofy ass on. Stop talking about me.
Don't give me the. Come on now.
Go. What?
Come on now, because we ain't got to go.
Come on. Where we going? Where we going? What you gonna call me? Leftovers because I'm not married yet. Nobody made put a baby in me out of wedlock. So somehow I'm just damaged.
That's the type we doing, bro. And I was on that shit too. I'm hypocritical, but we try to use these slurs to women like, oh, you ain't got no kids yet, or you ain't married, or you a baby mama, or you single. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that shit, because in opposite, you could say the same thing about me. You feel me?
You don't. Listen, shut up. As a man, you're not really supposed to give a fuck about that shit. Because you can start a family whenever you want. You can just go outside and go skeeting whatever the hell you want. So, okay.
Shout out to House Hypocrites, y'all. I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to go no further, baby. This was a mess. But y'all let me know what y'all think.
But it's self-deprivation or self-deprecating humor. You know, you call yourself a hypocrite. So you can be wrong all the time, or you can be foul all the time. It's just basically beating somebody. It's beating somebody to the It's beating somebody to the common sense. I guess you could say, you know, you're beating somebody to the common sense. Like, hey man, you a hypocrite because you do this. You know, yeah. Hey baldy, bald nigga, bald nigga. All right, guys, listen. Speaking of voice getting ashy, I ran out of water. So I got to go get some water. And we're going to do a double show today. Maybe I might come back, play a little bit of video games, but we're going to do a double show. Please, let's hit the like button. And let's do better on the show support. Thank you, everybody that has supported the show. You said when chicks get to talking shit, you go straight for the jugular? Oh my God. Yeah, they do envy the bachelor lifestyle. And you already know what I would say, War Master, because guess what? The bachelor lifestyle, y'all. Psst, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. The bachelor lifestyle is the truly independent, single lifestyle. You know, so when you hear a woman say, I'm independent, I'm single, she's trying to be you as a man, honestly. She's trying to be you. You know. What was I about to say? But definitely, thank you everybody for hitting the like button. Thank you everybody that shared the show. Please share the show because you guys are my algorithm. You know, when I'm shadow banned, you know, you guys got to spread the show. All right. Please support the show. You know, if you guys have a wrench here, definitely I need your support and help. You know, I don't ask much from my audience, you know, just to show up, support, and, you know, be entertained, laugh, learn something, you know. But we're here. It's Player Talk Radio. I definitely want to get into. Yeah, I definitely do. I need to get some water before my voice start getting ashy. You know. But yeah, we're in the hole on Player Talk Radio. We're kind of in a hole. So if you guys can definitely please support the show. You know, everything would be great. All right. Now, another thing too. On the next show, because I didn't get a chance to get to it on this show, and I got to run and catch the market before it closes. My back hurt. God damn. Ooh, I've been sitting here for almost 4 hours. What was I about to say? I wanted to go over Corey Holcomb. There's a couple of content creators that they're doubling down on Corey Holcomb being a PDF, and you know, like I said, it's bad. And like I said, as a content creator that advocates for men, you know, this is disgusting behavior. You know, and you know, you can tell jokes. You know, I mean, you know, I know, you know, those jokes aren't as appeasing to people. It's not the, you know, the best thing to defend, but it's a comedian's job to tell jokes. And respectfully, you know, comedians deal with the truth. You know, they're the truth tellers in a lot of cases of our age, you know, to a certain degree. And it's not necessarily they're telling the truth, but you know, they're a megaphone, they're a strumpet. They're no different than me. You know, this is why I you know, I add comedy to a lot of the shows, you know, but what I'm saying is, you know, you can't get mad at a comedian for telling a damn joke. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at no goddamn at a comedian for telling a fucking joke. You know? Yeah, I am. I got look, the sitting part is good. I got the cushion thing. But now it's like I gotta pay attention to my posture. You know, I'm getting old, y'all. Body start letting me know, hey, you getting old now. You gotta pay attention to your posture. You know, I'm not trying to be the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know. All right. But shout outs to everybody here. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. Please support the show on air, off air. You support the show because you care. And please, before you leave, check out the last show. It's Player Talk Radio. I am DJ Kuda. We out. Peace.
matter, Daddy? What's the matter, Daddy?
Bust all in there. Bust all over it in there. Bust it all in there. Bust all over it in there. Bust all in there. Bust all over it in there. Bust it all in there. Bust all over it in there. Bust it. Bust it in there. Bust it in there. Bust it in there. Bust all over it in there. Bust it in there. Bust it in there. Bust in there. Bust in there. Bust in it. Bust in it. Bust it. Bust it. Bust it in there. 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 Bust it. Bust it in there. Bust in it. 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 Bust. Bust it in it. Bust in there. Bust. Bust. Bust in there. 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 Bust. Bust it in there. Bust it in there. Bust it. Bust it in there. Bust it in there. Bust. Bust in it. 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 Bust it all in there. 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 Bust it. Bust all of it in there. 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 Bust it. Bust all of it in there. Bust all of it. Bust all of it. Bust all of it. Bust all of it in there. Bust all of it in there. Bust all of it in there. Bust it in there. Bust it in there. Bust it. Busting it. Busting it. Busting it. Bust.